Podcast is intended for mature audiences. The views and opinions expressed are those of the panelists and do not reflect in any way those of the podcast partners, sponsors, or affiliates. Enjoy.
Hi, this is Michael Buffer, and you're listening to the Voice of the People. Let's get ready for Boxing Voice.
Every day I'm hustling, 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 hustling. Every day I'm hustling, every day I'm hustling, every day I'm hustling, every day I'm hustling, every day I'm hustling. BoxingVoice.com.
You won the belt with no money.
BoxingVoice.com.
This a dollar beat.
You never gonna get the fight, man. You're a horrible fighter. Payday, you want payday. I know that. Oh, look this guy. There's a plan to go for the belt, and I'm coming, man. I'm coming, my friend. Get the fuck out of here, man. Please get the fuck out of here, man.
BoxingVoice.com.
Because I'm gonna fuck you out right now, motherfucker.
BoxingVoice.com.
What up, what up, what up? Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to another edition of the Boxing Voice Radio. Thursday, 7 p.m. Eastern, flagship Sunday, previews and prediction. You know, this is where we separate the men from the children, the women from the little boys, and we see who really has the skills to pick it and call it the way that it's supposed to be. You know? Who's winning tonight? Who's winning this weekend and how? And that's what it's all about. But I'm joined alongside the Queen, Micah K. What's going on?
You already know what it is. It's the Queen, Micah K. What up, though?
Chilling. What a big weekend of boxing. We got pay-per-view fights. Then we got some Dazn fights. We got a couple of title shots and defenses. It's definitely a big weekend. And a lot of news has just been breaking, obviously, in the WBC convention. We haven't had you on since last week, or maybe even two. What has been the biggest news for you? What's, I guess, excited you the most in the sport of boxing?
Well, the biggest news for me, I could say, of course, I always pay attention to everything Canelo. So that's huge. You're right. It's been so much going on. Ooh, it's been 2 weeks. Yeah, so I'm gonna say the Canelo news for me. You would have to refresh my memory on the other things because it has been so much.
So no, that's fine. If Canelo is what's been the biggest news for you, how'd you receive it? Because many are taking it in different ways. So interesting to know how the Queen is interpreting it.
Excuse me, guys. Listen, I'm trying to get myself together. I'm having a little technical difficulties over here, so that's why might not be as focused as I should right this minute. But as far as with that, like I told you before, that was an excellent show. I felt like you did really good, made really good points about the Canelo situation, especially as far as with the ducking and things like that. But let me address it. I'm gonna be honest. I do feel like I want Canelo to fight Benavidez or Charlo. I was a little like, I like Canelo. I feel like he is one of the greatest, but I wanted him to double back. I was not expecting that news because before that, it was rumors and reports coming out saying, okay, he gonna fight such and such when he gets back and things like that. But let me just say this. Because like I said, I heard the show this morning. What I don't think people understand, and I know some of you going to disagree with me. I've said this a couple times, and I'm not even going to say it no more. If you know me, if you follow me, then you understand. I don't agree with everything per se that Canelo might do outside the ring. But you have to understand, Canelo is on a mission. Just like we as adults, he's looking to continuously, accomplish greatness in his legacy. You might not agree with it, but he has a certain vision and goal at hand. That's just like me, the Queen Micah K. I have a certain goal and vision as far as with my YouTube. Okay, this is not working, trial and error. Let me do this. Canelo has learned from Floyd, not just inside the ring, but outside the ring, as far as a green print. He's looking at this as like, okay, this is what I feel like that's going to elevate me to that next step to become even greater. They say I'm great. I want to make sure, I want to solidify my greatness to let you know I'm one of the greatest, if not the greatest. Of course, some of us might not agree with that, but he is still, he's still great. I know some of y'all say I'm long-winded, but I'm just trying to reel y'all in. Some people need to understand everybody has their own vision. You might not agree with that person's vision, but like I said, taking even my analyst hat off as a fan of the sport as well, I definitely would and whoever, you never know who's listening or watching. Maybe it might not be the higher ups, but if somebody on the Canelo team, listen, the fans definitely want to see. We know Canelo is great, but we definitely still want to see that Benavidez or that Charlo. Now, Ness, you made a good point this morning. I didn't know if I was gonna take it there, but you made a great point when you talked about Jamal Charlo fighting Montiel. It's like, come on now, y'all didn't listen. I know some people say, as far as even with me, I know I might not have had the training or certain things like that, but with the eye test, I go with, listen, this is God given. I feel like I do this good. No, I'm not saying that I got to learn more. That's why I do listen. I listen to certain people. I respect Ness' opinion. I respect certain people. You can always tell me stuff. But like Ness said this morning, as far as what Charlo has fought Montiel, you really think, just like we just said, it was people in this chat. It was people coming to me, messaging me about Caleb Plant. I told you guys. I said, listen, I like Plant. I have a lot of respect for Plant. It's certain things that he can do, but he's not going to be able to beat Canelo. And that came to be true. Now, that's not saying, because I don't want anybody to think I'm arrogant. No, I really do this. I study. I research. It's certain things that I do so I can give you the best analysis and prediction. But that don't mean I'm always going to be right. But I really do this, okay? Let me cook for 1 second too, Ness. And for the people that come and say certain things, oh, your husband said this. You don't know what my husband said. He lost the bet. Be quiet. You don't know what my husband said. You don't know what he did. He lost the bet. Now, I ain't going to say that's no disrespect to my husband, because I always respect my husband. He the king. He's the head. I'm not going to go there. It's marriage. It's a team sport. So if my husband say something, of course I'm going to listen to him. Don't come on my stuff and say, oh, I'm getting certain information. You don't know what's going on. This is God-given, baby. I do this. But I'm saying, of course,
you got to take that as flattery. If they don't believe that your take is your own, you got to take it as flattery. You got to take it as like you really doing your thing, that they think you going to use someone else's opinions as your own. Like,
right. Listen, I got so much research. You don't know how much notes and everything that I take. But getting back to the point, because I know, as far as, like you said, it's certain, I even feel like you said too, Jermell, to me, in my opinion, with his resume, okay, Jermell and his skill set and technique, I would even like to see Mel more so than Ma, in my opinion, going again based on what I see and how I feel about the situation. But I'm not saying that, listen, Canelo is beatable. But you have to have the right game plan, the right strategic game plan to really beat somebody that's coming in this ring that has studied and mastered his craft. I'm not saying that Canelo cannot be beat. He can be beat, but the person who I feel like, that's why I really want him to fight Benavidez. Because I know certain people are saying certain things, like as far as Benavidez movement. When you have somebody that's young with that much power, with the combinations to go, that could be a spicy fight. We could see something different, because now Canelo is dealing with somebody that can at least probably take his power and give out power. But I'm done.
Nah, don't even, listen, it is what it is. We got a super chat. D Jones says, #and still is business, not personal. So he picking Porter from the door. And I wanted to go ahead and Crawford from the door. I wanted to go ahead and screen share this for those people asking why is Canelo possibly fighting Makabu or Makabu. Canelo Alvarez asked why he's opting to fight Ilungo Makabu at cruiserweight rather than David Benavidez. Right now, I can do whatever I want. I faced all the 168-pound world champions. I took the title from all of them. Now I do what I want. And I love that he answered it that way. I hope it echoes through the boxing public so that they can understand one simple thing. When you do great things, you can do what you want. You see, Floyd did great things, and that's why he's able to have these ridiculous, exhibitions for crazy amount of money. And I never get mad. I watched Tension. I turned around and I went to Logan Paul. Like, I got no issues with Floyd getting that cake because he laid it down. That's the respect I give him for doing everything he done in the sport. So, same thing for Canelo, man. You keep doing great things. So you want to fight Makabu? I ain't mad. We were supposed to give you a tune-up anyway. Anybody that goes through the gauntlet of undisputing a division should be, they obviously should be entitled to some sort of rest, some sort of easy fight. But no, these guys want to make it they want to make it different. They want to make it different. They want to act as if it's not like that. Looks like we were joined by Mr. Dumatron.
Dumatron Nation.
What's up?
What's going on, Champy? Sorry for the delay. Never fear, I am here.
Are you really?
Yeah, really.
Yeah.
Shout out to all my blokes out in the UK.
But what up, though?
I don't know, man. I mean, I see what we talking about.
You've been missing a lot. So where are you?
Well, I seen the title. You know what I'm saying? And I'm assuming we're talking about a little bit about Terence, a little bit about Canelo, a little bit about a lot of things that's been going on, right?
Yeah.
And I think that the most important, the story with the most shock value has got to be Canelo versus Ilunga, if I don't got that messed up. Makuba? Correct me if I'm wrong, Mr. Ness.
It's Makabu.
Makabu, okay. I think this is crazy. I think this was birthed here on the Boxing Voice, this whole notion of the whole heavyweight thing, man. We talked about it so much. I know it started out with Rivas and Canelo, and look what it's become, man. Eddie Reynoso at the convention, wholeheartedly, humbly, requesting, for this matchup in the cruiserweight division. The dude's big. He's bigger than Canelo. Like,
yeah.
He's wearing that WBC jacket is fire, by the way. Got me. I thought he was actually had the belt thrown over his shoulder for a second. I was like, oh shit, it's a fucking jacket. And the dude's big, bro. I don't know. I mean, you tell me, man. You're a big guy. What did you think about that size difference? I mean, how much advantage would you say you have over the smaller man?
Size difference, and you're saying in Makabu and Canelo?
Yeah. I mean, like, you being a big man, usually, when you're the bigger guy, you tend to kind of have certain advantages. And what did you think about the size difference? You saw the little hug there, the little, dab up, to the shoulder style, and what did you think? Like,
I mean, the thing is that Canelo especially has proven to us that size doesn't matter. Boxing has shown us size doesn't matter. Paul Williams was very tall and lost. Tommy Hearns, very tall and lost. It just doesn't matter who. Fundora has a draw already, and he's crazy tall. Postal was tall. It didn't matter versus Crawford. It's just so many, like, height doesn't win fights. I guess, like you said, it can be an advantage if you know how to use that attribute to your advantage, but, it could also be a disadvantage. Sometimes smaller guys love that you're the bigger guy because they can get on the inside and disrupt things.
True. That's
It's all about the fighter and what he knows how to do with his attributes. You know what I mean? But I do want to show the face-off between the two, Canelo and Makabu, just so we can see the height difference and stuff like that. It's not big. This is Canelo hugging him. What Makabu is a lot thicker. Look at him. He's very thick compared to Canelo, but Canelo's intelligent. He touches Makabu a lot in this exchange. He touches his shoulder, touches his stomach. Look, keeps touching him. It's a feel out. No different than when Fury felt out Wilder in that face. So look, touching again, feeling him out. How heavy are you really? But it's a huge difference, bro. I think people got to stop the bullshit. I mean, is there no worry? Do you have no worry in that size difference right there? Now we finally see them side by. Look at Canelo's arm in his blazer jacket, and look at the thickness of Makabu in that WBC jacket. I just don't know how people are calling this a cherry. I don't understand how people are saying this is an easy fight. I know styles make fights and skills pay the bills, and maybe that's where their opinion is coming from. But based off sheer size, Lord, he's huge, man. He's huge.
No, he's big, and that's what that I'm like, he's big, and I'm not exaggerating it. Like big would obviously be Tyson Fury and all the big guys we know. But listen, man, there's weight divisions for a reason. Canelo's come all the way from 147, and I don't know if he ever started under that. So you got to see what
140.
Look at that. How many divisions is this already? And people really have to give credit to what is going on here, and not think that Canelo's like just going to take somebody else out and it's going to be easy work. I mean, I know you might have seen it like that with Kovalev. He finished Kovalev pretty good, and people are always kind of looking at Canelo like it's too easy for him, but like it's because the guy makes it look like that. He's that good. But he's going up to a 200-pound weight division. That's 60 pounds from where he started. That's
and this guy isn't a light heavyweight moving up. Like Makabu has always fought at cruiserweight. So, just the fact that people have no fear. They think he's that great that it's like he could go to any single division, beat anybody.
There's danger. There's danger in this fight.
Looks like it.
He's knocked people out, and when I say we're talking about Makabu. He's knocked guys out. He knows what it is to get hit by heavier guys. Is Canelo really going to have full effect on him? We don't really know that. Yeah, you got your little sparring sessions here and there that you've seen with Frank Sanchez and whatnot. But listen to me. You get hit by a guy that weighs that much, and I don't know how much he's going to be coming in at, but whether it be 30 pounds or...
Bro, I played a highlight, bro. Makabu sleeps dudes. Now, obviously, they're not on the level of Canelo. They're not of the caliber. They're not of the chin. They're not of the experience. But I don't know, bro. I don't know. But let me get to the super chat. I got James Benitez, who says, Queen, much respect. Shout out to you. I talked a lot of shit regarding Plant gonna beat Nello. You was right. Thanks for coming back to the show. And that's James in Alabama. Shout out James. Salute.
Shout out James. Can you all hear me?
Yeah.
Okay.
And we see you. You straight.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
I got Chickarelli, who says, Yo, Ness, got a good chunk on Porter. Let's get that bag, Shawn. Money emoji. Yeah, I mean, Porter's a big dog. If that's who you believe in, then that's who you should bet on. And remember to go to mybookie.ag. Use the code BETTBV. It's probably where Porter has the best odds right now in terms of being an underdog. And if you're betting on him, that's really what you want. You want him to be the biggest dog possible so you can make the most money possible. But let's see. Jason Quigley is a plus 700. Let's see where's Porter at. Shawn Porter is a plus 525. So Quigley and Porter not too far off in terms of how big of an underdog they are to beat their favorite A-side fighter, Terence Crawford and Demetrius Andrade. Now, if you are going to make a bet on Porter on money line, remember 100 wins you 625 or $10 wins you $52 plus your $10 back. So, yeah, man, get ahead if you're into it. I'm waiting for more group bets. I think when the weigh-ins come out, we should get some more group rounds. Right now, you got your money lines, you got your method of victories, you got will this fight go to distance, and then you got individual rounds right now, but you don't have what I'm looking for. So I'm holding out. But again, just a reminder, it costs you absolutely nothing, but if you're going to make a bet, use the code BETTBV. You can actually use your phone right now. If you see the video playing, you can actually use your camera to scan the QV code and go straight to our landing page in association with my bookie, and you won't even have to put the code in. But Micah, let's get back on track because I did want to get both of your thoughts, and I think Alex is a little busy, but Crawford obviously said, look at Floyd Mayweather. Nobody gave Floyd any credit. They wanted Floyd to fight Triple G at 160 pounds. I got to fight Canelo Alvarez next. How do you interpret that? Can you hear the sarcasm, or do you think he has any bit of seriousness to that statement or any part of it?
I don't know. I'm
not trying to trick you here. I'm just saying because he's saying I gotta fight Canelo Alvarez. Like, is that sarcasm? Like, is he just saying to the people, like, look, Floyd is as great as he was, and they didn't believe he was great. They wanted him to fight this bigger man in Gennady. So now they want me to fight Canelo. Is that how he's saying it, or is he saying like, I'm gonna have to fight Canelo? I want to fight Canelo. Does he really want to fight Canelo? What is he saying in your opinion? How you interpreting it?
How I interpret this more so, I think Crawford is saying, okay, listen, y'all gotta give me my just due. They didn't give it to Floyd at certain points. So the only way they'll probably give me my credit, and I could be wrong because I gotta, sometimes I'm a visual, I gotta see this, I gotta really assess it. Sometimes I have to really think this through. But maybe he's saying to me, I gotta beat Canelo in order for y'all to really truly say I'm the greatest, or to let people know, listen, y'all, I'm confused right now. I'm getting myself mixed up. But no, what I'm saying is like to let them know, like, listen, I am great. Some of y'all still not considering me great. How do you feel about it?
I feel it was sarcasm. I think he's saying like they won't appreciate me. They told Floyd to fight Gennady. They're going to ask me to fight Canelo. I don't think he's being serious. I think he's being sarcastic. I think he's frustrated. I think it's the frustration of not getting the credit he feels he deserves. And he's comparing himself to Floyd. Like, look, when Floyd was popping, they ain't think he was popping. They was like, oh, you a chicken, fight Gennady. So I mean, at least that's how I'm taking it. That's how I'm taking it. Like, but if we don't take it like that, I'll tell you the truth. I do want the Canelo fight. It's crazy that he said this afternoon. I swear he listens to the show. I was literally this week talking about Floyd not moving up to 60 and Floyd not giving us the Gennady fight and Floyd being able to beat Gennady, and his father not letting them fight. So it's crazy to me to hear now Terence Crawford say, oh, they wanted Floyd to fight Gennady. They're going to want me to fight Alvarez, who I said I want him to fight. It's crazy. I literally said that this week. Like, he should fight Canelo. Like, why can't he fight Canelo? If they want Earl to fight Canelo and people think Bud will beat Earl, why the fuck we can't ask for Bud to fight Canelo, but we can ask Earl to fight Canelo? Oh, yeah, they could do it in Cowboys, 100,000. Everybody's happy with Earl doing it, but somehow Crawford is better than Earl. Somehow Crawford's going to beat Earl. So why the fuck can't we imagine Crawford fighting Canelo?
I feel like I know Crawford, well, I guess Crawford feel like that. Well, because of Spence fans, because I know it's definitely a war, especially on like YouTube. You know, if you pay somewhat attention, it's really a war with Spence versus Bud fans. But I feel like Bud get a lot of credit. I feel like Bud has to understand, listen, we still have not seen you fight certain people. So I think that's why nobody is saying that Bud is not great, but we need to see him with still a certain level of competition. And I feel like this is his biggest test come Saturday. Just like how I just did my prediction video, you have certain people saying, I said that Bud was going to win. What more do you want? All I'm saying is I literally gave out 3 scenarios, and it's a couple people that sitting here and say, well, yeah, this ain't no 50-50 fight. How you gonna sit up here and say that's not a 50-50 fight when you going up against somebody like Shawn Porter, who has fought Earl Spence, gave him everything, took him the distance? We ain't seen Porter get knocked out yet. Pump the brakes. Now, if Crawford come out on Saturday and knock that man out, okay, then we gonna have a different type of dialogue and discussion. It's gonna get real spicy. The juice gonna be there. Then we gonna start saying, hold on now, I might have to put Crawford over Spence. You see what I'm saying? So with Crawford, we know you great, but you don't have that resume that a Spence has, that a Shawn Porter has. So we gotta see Saturday. I know some Bud fans is like, okay. We gonna see come Saturday night if Bud is what you say he is. And don't get it twisted, I am a Bud Crawford fan. He's actually one of my favorite fighters. Some people might not know that because I haven't did a lot of content on Bud. But one thing I love about Crawford is because he's an excellent finisher. When he smells blood, he gonna come for you and he will destroy you. So I'm looking. If he truly is that number one guy, I want to see him dominate him in a way we haven't seen somebody dominate a Shawn Porter. Preach. Then we can go back to the table because I did a top 5. Then we'll go back to the table and, I might switch mine up.
Let me jump in right there because you said you want to see him dominate Porter like never before. But are you being too nice by like giving him an option? I mean, shouldn't the dude that arguably is number 1 pound for pound over Canelo, where I don't see him over Canelo, he ain't done enough to be over Canelo. Somehow dudes want to put him over Canelo. So then shouldn't your performance indicate that? Shouldn't you whitewash Crawford? We shouldn't be asking you to. That's what it should look like. Because when I seen Floyd Mayweather fight, it was a separation between he and Robert Guerrero. It was a separation between he and Maidana. There was a huge separation between he and Canelo. So that's all I'm saying. Like, don't tell me this dude is pound for pound and he was this great fighter and then he's going to struggle with Porter. Or he's going to go life and death with Porter.
Well,
because, Porter gave Earl that wake-up call.
The reason why I'm saying because Porter, a lot of people, I feel like they're not even giving Porter his just due. He's a dog. He went in there with Spence, took him to 12. If Spence didn't get that, what happened? That was in the 11th round. If he didn't get that in that 11th, we don't know what could have possibly happened. So what I'm saying is I'm saying, yes, I want to see Crawford dominate, but I still don't want to take from Porter either because Porter is such an elite fighter, and a lot of people don't give him credit for his versatility. He's not just relentless pressure. It's still calculated, and he is an athletic. He boxes on his toes, and he's doing things in certain angles and doing certain things. So that's what I'm saying. This is still no joke, but I agree with you at the point. I can't put Crawford, I'm not putting Crawford over Spence just yet. Oh, no. We have to see certain things. And even just like how you said with Canelo, I can't do that because I'm going based on, once again, what I see in certain skill sets. Even though I know Crawford is great, we still have to see more. But once again, come Saturday, because I know some of y'all might not, it kind of go over y'all head sometimes when I'm talking. Don't listen to respond. Listen to understand what I'm saying, what I'm trying to give you. We gonna see ya come Saturday. Then I might have to switch it up myself, especially if Crawford dominates and knocks out Porter.
Yeah. And that's what fight fans need to let you do. You know, it's not just Bud fans. Like, they don't like you to pick against the man and then turn around and give him credit and become his fan. It's like, no, you were wrong. You didn't believe. Stay over there. You can't love Crawford. You know, you can't enjoy him because you didn't believe when no one believed. No, motherfucker, just let me, get my own assessment and become a fan when I want to become a fan. They want to rush you or force you to be a fan, and it's crazy. But we got D. Jones with a super chat. Shout out to D. Jones, numero dos. He says, you don't get paid for overtime. The show ends Saturday. Damn, does he mean the show like, it's showtime? Because he is calling for the knockout. He is calling for the knockout, D. Jones. We got the best dad ever who says, rest in peace, young Dolph. Give me that cut it soundbite one time for respect. I did see my man Mark Nash doing a show on that.
Oh, you talking about young? Yeah, rest in peace to young Dolph. Yes.
Cut it.
We got Clay Scott Jr. Clay, what up? He says, Canelo tests his power on Makabu, then fights better BF next. He smokes a young Benavidez, and why give Charlo money when he needs to fight GGG and Andre? Yeah, I'm with him, man. I want dudes to do something, but I don't get it. How he's gonna say Charlo? Why give Charlo a fight but let him smoke Andre? Nah, I mean let him smoke Benavidez. If Charlo ain't doing enough, neither has Benavidez, because that shit, Benavidez resume worse than Charlo's. It's just bottom line. This shit worse than Charlo's.
And let me ask a question to TBV fam. Those who can understand what the queen is saying and properly understand. And this is Jamal Charlo. Understand. This is what Ness was trying to get y'all to and it's not me just saying because me and Ness can disagree. And Ness, no, I don't care. I don't take nothing personal. We can disagree. But I'm just saying from this morning, understand certain things that Ness was trying to say and break down. Jamal Charlo versus Montiel. Did you pay attention to that fight? In your heart right now, do you feel like Jamal Charlo would beat Canelo Alvarez? In your deep down, in your spirit, in your soul. Listen, man, I'm not going to go there because we'll hold out. I'll hold out on that for now. But it's like, come on, man. Come on. I understand what y'all saying. Yes, I want Canelo to fight Benavidez or Charlo. Charlo does have a shot. This not to take a shot at Charlo. I'm just saying you going up against Nello. You got to come out different than what you did with Montiel. That's it.
All right, so I want to go ahead and ask the poll question. Crawford, I got to fight Canelo Alvarez next. So my options are, yes, fight Canelo. Fight Canelo Crawford. Right? So, yes, fight Canelo, Crawford, right? So then we got, no, he was being sarcastic. Right? And then I got, I love the fight. I think that's more than enough options. And so we looks like we just joined by Ray, so you all set up there and stuff. Would you be podcasting, champ?
What's up, brother? Yeah, can you hear me?
I hear you, man. What's up?
I just set up the Skype thing, so I wasn't sure if I was gonna have any technical difficulties or whatnot. But yeah, man, I'm just testing this out right here. Put the little background, showing some respect to you guys. Listen, man, I've been listening to this show since like 2013 when I used to work at the hospital, man. Haven't listened to it in a couple years, but this week and last week I've been listening to it a lot. I like the show from earlier. Listen, man, we'll see what happens with Porter versus Crawford. But I do want to say, I don't know what sort of weird, like, alternate universe that we're living in right now, where people can say that you fighting the WBC champion at 200 pounds is ducking the WBC champion at 160. or former 168. It just don't make no sense. This is like the same thing like 2 years ago when people were saying that, oh, he's ducking the boo-boo. He fought the WBO champ 2 weight classes up. Don't make no sense. So that's really all I got to say.
All right. Well, Ray, shout out to you. I'm with you though, man. It's crazy. Like, it's Crawford Porter fight week, and people are still talking Canelo and Makabu, and I think it's an ongoing conversation, not only because of his attempt at greatness, but because it's being met with so much resistance. I didn't expect people to get this upset, especially when this particular community decided that if he undisputed, we would be okay with a tune-up. So to see this community get up, and be so upset, it's crazy. It's really crazy, man.
Want more? It's this higher standard that they set for Canelo, and Canelo brought it upon himself. But all these, like you've been saying all week, all these other fighters are fighting who? You know what I mean? Jamal Charlo ain't done nothing at 160. He's fighting a bunch of 154 pounders. None of these guys. The only person that's actually unifying right now is Triple G. So, I'm not trying to talk about no 160 pounders. Charlo's talking about, oh, I need a catch weight or fight me at 160 for Benavidez, the guy who can't even make 168. The guy can't even make 168, really, so that's just saying that you don't want to fight.
No, he asked him to get vaccinated now, but I will continue to say that in retrospect, it's like, wow, he was right. Everybody's getting vaccinated. Tio had to get vaccinated to get this Cambosos fight going, but let me get to this super chat here. I got Ozzy that says, why don't you fight Benavidez? Canelo, I do whatever the fuck I want, and again, making these unknown weight divisions relevant. WBC should be paying me. End quote. Yeah, that's your own quote, buddy. I'm sure Canelo didn't say that, but I get it. He probably felt that and feels that way because he does make divisions hot. Like, it's what I'm saying. No one was talking about Makabu or fighting Makabu until Canelo decided to. And what I hear the most, Micah, is why is he fighting him? This guy's a cherry. He's gonna beat him. I don't hear anyone saying, yo, Charlo would beat this dude. Demetrius Andre could move up tomorrow and beat this cruiserweight. I watched actually Punch Drunk Boxing, shout out to De Lo Mio, and he did an interview with Demetrius, and Demetrius said, I was actually in the bathroom when Canelo announced this fight, and I looked at my phone and I seen shit. And I'm like, so Canelo fighting Makabu is shit, and you fighting Jason Piggly Quiggly Wiggly is what? Dudes are tripping out on the. I don't get these guys, man. These guys, I don't understand them for real. But whatever. Look, Canelo, you've stole the shine from my good friend Shawn Porter and Terence Crawford for so long.
He ain't really still the shine. He ain't really still. He's shining, but we know we all excited for that Terence Crawford Porter.
I don't know, man. Ain't nobody
once again, y'all gonna get mad at me. Ooh wee.
I'm already.
Once again, y'all gonna get mad at me.
Why?
I'm gonna ask you a question. I'm gonna ask another question. And this is just being. You can say, "Oh, the queen, your eye test not right." Da 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 da. Do you feel in your spirit, in your soul, in your mind? Do you feel like Demetrius Andre could beat Canelo Alvarez? Come on, let's be real. I'm not trying to say I understand. That's why I hope that Canelo will double back. Go ahead and do this because we know you on a certain type of mission, Canelo. This is your vision for what you have for yourself. I want him to at least double back and at least do a 1 or 2. Because what I'm saying is, do you really truly feel? Did you see Andre? I'm talking about the eye test. I know some of you guys is gonna say, "Oh, that doesn't matter." We know that boxing is unpredictable. We know that certain things can happen, and we know that Canelo is still beatable. It takes the right person. But I'm saying is, when you really truly look at Andre last fight, and you think You think Andre gonna take Canelo? I told y'all Billy Joe. I said, listen, no. I told you Caleb Plant. Come on, man. I just listen. I'm gonna leave it alone for now because we would have to wait and see.
Do me. Before you go anywhere, I gotta get your thoughts because this thing is like we don't know if Crawford is being sarcastic here. He says, "Look at Floyd Mayweather. Nobody gave Floyd any credit. They wanted Floyd to fight at 100. They wanted Floyd to fight Triple G at 160 pounds. I gotta fight Canelo Alvarez next. I think it's sarcasm.
I think it is sarcasm. I don't think that it's out the realm of a Terence Crawford for him to feel like he could take on a Canelo. I mean, body-wise composition, I mean, he has these long arms and he has a good height. And, I mean, I don't know how much weight that body could put on, but it's definitely not happening right now. You're fighting at a 147-pound fight. I don't know when you would want to fight Canelo and think that you would have a chance. You got to acclimate to weights and all that shit. So I think it's just, just some talk. I don't know if it's a hint at the future. I don't know.
So not sarcasm then. I think it's sarcasm. I mean, I think he's like, look how great Floyd was, and they still wanted him to fight Triple G. I'm going to have to fight Canelo. That's how I interpreted it.
Sarcasm. Yep. Sarcasm.
Yeah. But I'll say this, though, Doomy. This week, right, I've been saying the truth, which is I do think Floyd, I know Crawford listens to the show. He must have listened to it on the flight over to Vegas. I literally said like 3 times this week, I do think Floyd could have beaten Gennady. I did want the Floyd-Gennady fight. Canelo fought Gennady. Rosado fought Gennady. Rosado didn't die. So we know right then and there that Floyd was not going to die. Their skill levels are too different. But all I'm saying is that I didn't want to get Floyd beat. I was doing the same thing I'm doing for Canelo when I said that I think Canelo can go and beat Rivas. I'm helping you achieve your greatness. That's all I'm doing. I thought Floyd was
time again already.
I thought Floyd was great enough that he would beat a slow Triple G. That's all. I wasn't trying to get him beat. Same way I think that Earl and Canelo is a good fight. Same way I've been saying Earl and Canelo would be 100,000 in Dallas. Why don't these Bud fans feel the same way about Bud? Why does no one say Bud could beat Canelo? But you see the Earl fans, they want that fight. You see Reynoso, Canelo's trainer, talks about that fight. Canelo talks about that fight.
I don't think they see.
Earl talks about that fight.
There's a lot of people out there that are not applying that size thing to Terence, because I don't think people understand that Terence is, he has good height and he's not a small welterweight. I think that we look at Earl as taking on Canelo more because we've heard the rumors that he walks around at a high weight, that he's normally walking around at 100, 60, 70, 80, whatever it may be, from the different stories we've heard. And he's tall also. So I don't know where we get lost in that, where we can't say that a Terence Crawford can also, do the same. But it's just about applying those pounds gradually in a way that's healthy and, conducive to the success of the fighter. Again, I think that he's just kind of using the sarcasm. And it's funny that you mentioned you bring up the Floyd and Triple G thing when you were saying it. I was never really against that, Me
neither.
And when we were talking about Pac-Man versus Triple G, everybody seemed to be okay with that. So I don't understand why.
Exactly, because Floyd gets this invisible security system around him. Like, oh no, don't make Floyd do that. That's not fair. He started at this weight. Meanwhile, Pacquiao could jump up 8 divisions. Canelo about to fight at heavyweight. Everybody could do great things, but some people sit around pouting.
He could have done it too. He could have done it.
And forget he, because his time passed. Crawford could do it. That's my point.
Oh, Triple G or Canelo?
Canelo!
Canelo's a different fighter, bro. I'm going to have to disagree.
Why the fuck would Crawford want to fight Triple G? That dude's old and it's like, but don't get me wrong, I wouldn't be mad. And why doesn't he say that? That's what I'm saying. Like, If Canelo turns around and says, I'm fighting Triple G on Cinco de Mayo, oh, you cherry picking. He seen he 39 years old. He seen he slowed down versus Marotta. So then, motherfucker, why don't you say it? Why don't you watch the fight in Japan on December 29th and be like, you know what? I'm the pound for pound king. I could beat Triple G. I want him. Bob, make the fight. Start talking about it. But no, you ain't going to do it. Until Canelo does it, then all of a sudden it's a cherry. Triple G's a cherry for Canelo. He ain't a cherry for Charlo. Charlo offered him $40 million. Ain't nobody called Charlo a cherry picker. Charlo offered him $40 million. Ain't nobody called Charlo a cherry picker. Ain't nobody call him say, oh, why you picking on that dude with Alzheimer's, Triple G? You know, you getting that dude out the motherfucking old folks home. Nah. But if Canelo fight him, remember what I told you today, November 18th, he will be old. He will be a cherry. These dudes are terrible, man. They terrible.
Now I agree with, I would definitely, these are the people on my list that I feel like possibly could take Canelo. I would definitely like to see Earl, Crawford. It depends. Like I said, I still want to see certain things. Really, Earl and Crawford. I want to see Earl's next fight. Then Crawford, like we're gonna see Saturday night. It's certain things I'm looking for in order for me to see. Okay, but those two are on the list, Earl and Crawford. And like I said, not Jamal. I know Mel is at 154, but I would like to see more so Mel move up, and then Benavidez. Those I want to see, at least if Canelo, if that would be possible. I feel like those four. But I definitely I could see Crawford too, but I see what Doomy is saying as well. But those four to me, because you have to have a certain type, you know what I'm saying? It's got to be that certain type of fighter. That's what sometimes the fans don't understand. It's not me saying, oh, you know, like I said, some people, oh, you just so Canelo crazy. I'm going based on how I see and what I see what that man does in the ring. So I'm trying to see, as far as with a matchup, who could even take him, because it's going to take a certain type of fighter to even get Canelo out of there.
That's right.
I got a super chat from Clay Scott here, and he says Porter knocks Crawford down by the 4th round and wins a decision. Let's go Showtime. Info, Benavidez and Lemieux in talks for November. You know what? I was going to be mad when I read that before I read it out loud to you guys. I was going to be mad at Benavidez Lemieux because, again, you keep telling me this guy's the guy, but he keeps fighting guys that aren't the guy. Like, we never thought Lemieux was the guy. It's just a guy that can punch. That's all. That's how we label him. He can punch. He's not the guy. We never thought he can be the guy. But again, your savior, Benavidez, who's supposed to beat Canelo and is the next face of boxing, is going to fight a dude that started at what, 54 again? 60? I don't understand the thought process in creating a star these days.
Mayweather found it like, well, I guess the way he said it, right, on camera while he was down there in the convention, I guess, or I don't know if it was the convention or somewhere else, but he was on tape. I believe it was Fight Hype, if I'm not mistaken. They recorded this, and he was saying that Benavidez was like, you know, the guy, you know, kind of to challenge Canelo.
Yeah. I got it on the Instagram. I heard he said, but he didn't. He's not even telling the world that Benavidez will beat him.
I don't think he even believed like it could.
Listen,
and this is
I got it right here. Listen.
David is chilling out there right now.
He's a hell of a fighter. My honest opinion, Benavidez is a hell of a fighter also. That's a good test for Canelo. Canelo went out there the other night, looked superb, went out there and done his job and did what he's supposed to do as a fighter. We like Canelo Alvarez. He's a hell of a fighter. My honest opinion, Benavidez is a hell of a fighter also. That's a good test for Canelo.
Good test. That's
you saw how he put that in there?
Good test. And look, you know, shots fired. You still saying Canelo need tests. That's cool. Crawford's going through that now. You know, he thinks he's the best. Some people think he needs the Porter test. And that's what Saturday night is all about. But it's still not Floyd saying that Benavidez could beat him. But guess what? I'm the guy that loves doing his job. I'm happy to be here. I'm about to call you Canelo, Doomy. What in the fuck? I'm happy to be here, Doomy. And guess what? Floyd's a motherfucking hypocrite. He rarely fought fighters in his prime when he became Floyd Money Mayweather. Because we all know Pretty Boy fought some fighters in his prime. Castillo, Corrales, Hernandez. But Floyd Mayweather?
Absolutely not.
Money May? He fought dudes in their prime. I don't know who. Maybe they're going to argue that Maidana was in his prime because he beat a 126-pounder moving up, right? Because that's where Broner started, right? 126, 130, 135, jumped up 2 weight divisions to become a 4-weight division champ, right? So I'm pretty much, unless he didn't start at 26 and he started at 30. So, either or, you telling me what exactly? I don't get it. People, the way that they try to decide who is great is so crazy to me.
Drew that up, huh?
Yeah, look, and I seen in the chat, they like, yo, Maidana gave Floyd a tough fight when we were talking about the Gennady fight with Floyd.
Yeah.
Bro, this is what I'm saying. Dudes don't know what they watching. That dude never won 4 rounds. That was highway robbery. If you go in the archives right now and look for anything with Floyd Mayweather Maidana, you gonna hear me saying that is no way he won 4 rounds. And then you'll hear me saying in the same show that I'll gift him.
I'll read the scorecards.
No, but I don't need them because my argument was I will gift Maidana the first 4. Fuck it. I don't have to argue that Mayweather won the first or the second or the third. Take all 4, motherfucker. You ain't win nothing else after that in neither fight. We didn't need a rematch. But people trying to make it say, oh, Maidana was so big for him. Yeah, Maidana hit him with a shot that he fucking shook off. He shook his leg and walked to the corner. That shit ain't nothing. I'm a big dog. Where other dudes get dropped by Maidana and slept, he fucking shook his leg. That's all he did. He was a different breed.
Listen, this beyond me.
And then I get criticized because I believed in him more than the other dude. The dude that's criticizing me, he's criticizing me because he didn't believe in Floyd. He thought Floyd would lose to Gennady. I didn't. I didn't. That's all.
He would have outboxed the ears off of Triple G. Now see it in a retrospect, obviously, if it would have gone down then, it would have been a lot more fear, going into this fight from Floyd Mayweather. But looking back at it now, it's just, man, he's just too slick. Floyd, Floyd's style is one of those
think about the athleticism.
Very good into higher weight classes because if you can not get touched, that's the whole point of it. You can afford to go up to heavier weight classes. Is that your style? Because your style is not to get hit. So who knows what he would have and could have done. Mayweather was always kind of big too, right? For a welterweight?
Nah, he was small. But the thing is, think of when he fought Canelo. Like on everybody's scorecard, it didn't even matter if you had one eye. It was literally a shutout. Everybody had no rounds for Canelo. Like, you could maybe give Canelo half of 1 round, right?
He sunned them on that.
And that's a dude that was 21 years old. Like, I mean, the collagen in his knees is brand new. You know what I'm saying? Like, this dude is agile. He out there looking like LeBron.
Had the car fresh smells.
You know what I'm saying? Absolutely. The new car smell hanging off Canelo's neck. You telling me that Triple G old ass, non-athletic, Triple G will never play basketball. You'll never see him cross nobody the fuck over. He gonna cross over and fall.
The Jordan's on, bro.
Yeah, he's sponsored by Jordan. He ain't playing like Jordan. We all know that.
He's balling up, champ.
All I'm saying is this, look. All I'm saying is Canelo has shown us now, especially this version of Canelo, today's version of Canelo has shown us the evolution, has shown us how agile, how athletic he can be. Triple G's never shown that. So all I'm saying is he never changed. And I'm using Floyd's words against him. He's straight up and down. I don't know the rest of the quote. What was that quote? Oh, he's straight up and down. There's nothing special, no special effects about him, man. That dude straight up and down. He would have got Triple G.
He a C-level fighter, D-level fighter.
No, that was for Gotti. Yo, that was for Gotti. It's so funny you even bring that up. I was watching that today because, Terence Crawford himself said, I'm a step on him. So I was trying to get the producer to mash up Crawford's new I'm a step on him with Floyd's I'm a step on him. But Floyd's is so much more. Yo, Gotti's face I should really play that because I doubt they'll flag us. That shit's like 80 years old. But you gotta see Gotti's face as Floyd is like, yo, I'm an A-class fighter. He a C-class fighter. I don't care who his trainer is. His trainer can't get in the ring and fight for him. And Saturday night, I'm in Shore Atlantic City. This dude, oh my God, yo, his face was just like, yo, why are you going that hard? He never shook his head. He didn't blink. He just was like sad, like, damn, bruh.
Yo, and then for him to go in there and do what he did to him,
Wow.
that's just detrimental to the mental.
Yo, bringing it back to Crawford Porter, based off that performance, right? He separated himself. And this is what I'm saying about Floyd. The reason we always got to go back to Floyd, because when people say they great, people say they pound for pound, my mind reminds me of Floyd. Floyd separated himself with Gotti. Like, it was, separation is the best word. You know, they're not on the same level. I'm saying, is it fair of us to expect just a win from Bud? Or should he live up to the accolades? Should he live up to the expectations that his fans have put out there? You know, like,
what are those though? Like,
well, that's the thing. His fans say he's the greatest. The fans say he's number one. He's
as the
pound
greatest,
for
what
pound.
is he supposed to do to Shawn Porter? Like, what is the Buttokins? All of the Buttokins.
No,
like,
not Buttokins, not Buttokins. I think that it should be said that, right? Like, Floyd separated himself from Canelo too. So all I'm saying is, if Floyd would have fought Porter, do you think Porter's style would have made a difference to Mayweather, or he would have separated himself?
God, that's a tough question, man. Because to this point, bro, every fight that Shawn Porter's been in with any of the top guys or whoever, he's always brought that style that's fun.
Yo, Doomy, you letting me down right now. My heart is so broken. You're a trainer. You talking about the best counterpuncher in the world. Yeah, he the best. He would have caught, Shawn would have been like this, rushing in, and he'd be like, slip, bop, bop, sleepy time, just sleepy time.
Let me chime in. He would have demolished Porter.
Exactly. What is
because
this guy
Floyd
talking about?
Once again, with the Queen eye test, we're going against Floyd with Porter.
Queen, how you gonna say that? How you gonna say that he would have destroyed him?
Because of the counter-punching ability. My man is open to get counter.
And that defense, it was, and that's what I'm, right. The counter-punching ability with the defense.
Queen. You know your shit.
A rugged ass Maidana was able to touch Mayweather and knock his tooth out. You gonna tell me somebody like Porter, who's more controlled than his aggression, was not gonna give my man Floyd
Now let me rebut that.
Tell me again. You said Maidana. Okay.
Let me rebut that. Okay, he knocked his tooth out. It's round by round. You don't win points, extra points for knocking my tooth out.
I mean, that was just a little salt in the food. You feel me? Let's not get stuck on the tooth.
I am, because it don't matter what Maidana did. He only did enough. Like I said, I'm gifting him 4 rounds.
But you, as somebody that I respect as an analyst, all right, tell me, who's a better boxer in the aggression game, period, or just period as a boxer, Porter or Maidana?
But Maidana, that's what you missing the point, though. Maidana is a true puncher.
He's a rugged fighter, though. A lot more rugged.
But he's a puncher.
Was Porter?
No, the fuck he not. Listen to me. And I'm not trying to disrespect or debate. No. I'm giving you facts. He dropped Victor Ortiz 3 times. He knocked out Josecito Lopez, who Thurman couldn't. No, Maidana put down Broner. Maidana is a puncher. He is a puncher. Porter is not. Porter is known for aggression, not punching. And
I'll agree. I'll give Maidana the, how do you say?
The power.
Yeah, like I'll give him that. Like,
bro, look at Broner's face. He's hanging out the rope and shit.
The man's knocked out 31 dudes in 35 fights or something like that, or 40 fights. So I'll give you that. He has a 77% KO ratio. I'll give you that, right? I haven't looked at Porter's, but I'll give you that he's had more KOs, right? And I gotta look up Porter's. I'm curious. But
Porter got like 12 knockouts.
Like 12 knockouts? Okay.
What I wanted to
how many stoppages, you know? Because that's what we really know Porter for, right? Overwhelming.
Google it, champ. It's not gonna be worth the Google, and there's no disrespect.
Take the floor while I get this information real quick.
What? Because what was the original? Ness, you said what again? Tell me. The original question was, you were saying, what do we expect
from
as
Crawford?
Okay, thank you. So what I'm saying is the way some of these Terence Bud Crawford fans act.
Exactly. Now we on the same page.
The way they act. Oh no. They listen. Crawford must dominate this fight.
Thank
the way
you.
Some of them act. Now the ones that are balanced, like myself, even though I said Crawford is one of my favorite fighters, he passes my eye test. I love him as a finisher. But what I'm saying, the way some of them act is oh no, ain't nobody messing with Crawford in no way, shape, or form. Crawford must go out and dominate. And really, to some of them, I think that Crawford, I'm looking to see, is he going to be able to stop Porter? We know Porter hasn't, it's hard to take Porter out. But the way some Crawford fans act, you can't say nothing. Like I said, I just did a video. It's somebody on my stuff talking about it's going to be basically a landslide. Shout out to Calico, whoever listen to battle rap. It's going to be a landslide. I'm like, okay, it might be a landslide, but come on now, this is Porter. So yeah, they can act a little. Bud fans is a little, they a little crazy.
And I just want him to keep that same energy. He's so great. I want him to show it because Floyd went out there and showed us, Castillo. No, not Corrales. Watch that fight. Separation.
And we talking about I don't even like, because in my opinion, Floyd is the greatest, the great, one of the GOATs in my eyes.
But that's why he's the barometer.
Floyd will easily beat Shawn Porter. That's just my opinion. Yes. I don't feel right now Bud will easily beat Porter. Now, if Bud easily beats Porter come Saturday, guess what? The Queen, when I come back on my channel, or when I get the opportunity to come back on the Boxing Voice, then we can we'll elaborate and say some things like, okay, Bud is, I know he the one, but he on that level. One.
Yeah. No, listen, if he does what they say he should do, he puts himself in the conversation with guys like Floyd. That's all. Listen, I just use Floyd as the barometer. He is greatness. You open a dictionary, it's greatness. That is him. So,
he stopped Porter. It hits so many nails on the head at the same time with the answering of the questions about is he really fought anybody? Is he better than Earl? Like, so many things are gonna be answered if he stopped. Because if Earl couldn't do it,
exactly,
it's over.
That's my point. I'm just glad we on the same page.
It's the domain of the gods with this win. If he's able to beat him in that fashion and finish him. So yeah, this fight, you can say that there's pressure on him in a sort of way, I guess, because of the public perception. Obviously, Bud could care less. He's gonna go in and do what he has to do. But if he does, it just answers everything. I mean, he's at the top. I mean, Canelo obviously is just gonna be at the top because he's just doing crazy things. But the answers will be answered.
Listen,
for sure. If Bud does that, Bud will be number one on my list. Like I said, I just released my top 5 welterweight list. If Bud handles that like that, yeah, we definitely gonna have a different conversation come next week for sure.
Porter as the gatekeeper, and it's funny that every time we talk about a gatekeeper, we're not talking about anybody else pushing on Porter. I think on this. Like, gatekeeper, Shawn Porter. He's the main guy that represents that gatekeeper, that if you're able to beat this dude, then you got the keys to the kingdom. That's why he's called the gatekeeper. You know what I mean? And it's at the point in the career right now with Crawford that if this is now or never, basically,
But it's also that for Shawn. And I hate to bring my underdog story and sell Porter, but that's his struggle, and that's probably why he's training his hardest to win, because he will go down as a legendary gatekeeper, and that's not what he wants for himself. And he knows that this is the last welterweight fight. You fought all the welterweights already. You got to look good. I mean, I guess the consolation prize can be that he looks so good in this fight in a loss that he still can get more fights. But from a mental standpoint, if you lose this fight, you've lost now to every top welterweight. You only beat Danny. And people, I guess he got the Ugas fight out there because of that, because people think he lost. So it's like, fuck it, give Ugas the rematch if he wants it, because now he's super champ. So it's just crazy. Let me get to this super chat from James Benitez, who says, after Canelo wins this cruiserweight belt, don't be surprised if Canelo tries his luck against on a Wilder. Sparring Sanchez and Ruiz can have him ready. Yo, he really stopped fucking with Wilder. Wow.
Yeah, man. Shout out to James Benitez. Came out here to Jersey, get this work. I mean, I can't believe he's
I seen him. He looked decent. He don't look like no novice.
Nah, that dude knows how to throw some punches. I gave him some insights, man. All up to him to do what he does, man, and just keep throwing them punches. Hopefully one day on Border Wars, because he could do good. Damn, bro. What? So what? He totally flipped on the Wilder.
I mean,
every time he says that,
this is the second time that he wants Canelo to fight Wilder. It's crazy. And he thinks he could beat Wilder. We got Facts 100 that says, imagine having a girl you can talk boxing with. Hearts emoji. Oh, is that a secret admirer?
That's so sweet. That's so sweet. Who was that again?
Facts 100.
Shout out to you. What up, though, Facts? Thank you.
We got, all right, so I'm going to make my prediction, and I predict that I don't know, honestly. I can't even sit here in front and act like I know. Honestly,
you got me like, okay, when this goes.
No, honestly, y'all, I swear on everything.
Last one, given
right. We like, okay, come on, give it to us.
No, because this is the truth. Like, I swear on everything I love. I really don't know what to say or what to pick, because I sit here and I talk about Crawford so much, but he is good. Like, you can see that triple right hook. He just, I never seen nobody. I mean, Roy is the only one could throw a right hook 3 times that quick, but never that devastating, right? Never. Like, Crawford puts everything, boom, boom. You know what I'm saying? And then that reminds me that the hook is always my man's kryptonite. Now, yes, it's come from the left side with Burner as a check left hook, and it's come from the left side with Porter with Earl, but from the orthodox side, which suits Crawford, but with the left hand, where Crawford is more successful with his right lead hook, not the back left like Earl dropped Porter.
Good point.
And I just don't know, man. I just don't, like, I want to believe so bad with everything in my heart that Porter's going to go in there and just be too much, because this dude's ain't been in there with nobody. But I would be lying to myself. I feel like he's filthed into the division. You gotta, no matter what you think about Horn, Horn fought at 60. Some of these dudes ain't even moved up to 60. We begging dudes to jump up to 60 and fight Gennady and prove their greatness. They not. Horn fought at 60 already. It's going to be a tough fight. It's going to be a very, very tough fight. And I think it's difficult for Porter to win decisions anywhere because he's so inaccurate. He's so inaccurate. He's just inaccurate. I've been watching so much tape.
Let's be honest, Ness. Let's be honest, right? Let's be honest. All the tape we watched, all the fights, we know these guys. We know them, right? Who can we say that can comparably be to a Porter on Crawford's resume? Like, who's giving them this type of
Felix Diaz and Gamboa.
And we could really say that
no,
that was
but he's not. Neither one of them are Porter with the aggression. They're just, that short, I don't know, mobile style. He's fought nobody with that aggression. But this is the thing. Everybody believes, Porter aggression. Yo, he took the first 3 rounds to box with Earl. So we don't know what he's going to do. He boxed the whole fight with Ugas. We don't know that he's coming out there opening bell, and we don't know that. That's what we want to believe in our head. But the truth is, he be coming out there. He uses this high fencing guard sometimes. He jabs a lot sometimes. You know, and if he goes out there trying to outbox Crawford, that shit ain't gonna happen, man.
What are the keys to victory, bro? That's
bang, bang, bang. That's the only fucking key to victory. You gotta just go out there and bang and hope that they not right. Hope that he's not the dog that they say he is, right? Because everybody say, yo, they crazy, they don't know. Crawford's a dog. Everybody we interview, yo, he's a dog in spawn. You got to hope that you more dog than him. That's it, because you're not going to outbox Crawford. You're not going to outbox him. You ain't going to out-jab him. You ain't going to out-counter him. You got to out-dog him. You got to get rough and tough, push him, mush him, maul him, dog him.
I agree with this message.
No, everything Canelo did to Plant, everything Butiev did to Jamal James, everything Salido did to Lomachenko. I'm talking about channel your inner cheetah, and I ain't talking about the animal.
Cheetah's too small. You got to go with lion.
Like, you ain't listening. You ain't listening.
Cheetah's the weakest cat.
You're not listening. I literally said channel your inner cheetah, and I ain't talking about the lion. I'm talking about your Margarito, doggy. You know, your Loma versus Salido, low blows. Your Earl versus Porter. Remember that Earl hit you in the dick 24 times in that fucking fight. And don't let Crawford do it first. You do it first. You go out there and you be the dirtiest dog you could ever be. You ain't going to win boxing. If you win boxing, I'm going to be jaw drop.
That's right, bow, sucker. Yeah.
Jaw drop. If you win a boxing match, holy smokes, you got to be a bulldozer. That's all I see. I don't see any other way.
I agree.
With Porter, though, he has to be disciplined. Because Porter can come, even when if you go back and you watch the Spence fight again, you know, especially when you get into what Ward considers those when I'm listening to certain people that I really pay attention to, Ward considers those championship rounds, that after that, you know, that 6th round and it get deep into the real juice. Porter at times, he can kind of come, I don't want to say, it can be like a little wild. He can become undisciplined and not, I feel like, follow through all the way. So, and when you dealing with somebody like a Crawford, just like Canelo, what I was trying to explain, even with that fight, Canelo to me, he can be a slow starter. I feel like he's processing information, just like with Terence Crawford. He can kind of ease his way in, patient, so you could be thinking, okay, we gonna pay attention come Saturday. Porter will be able to, you know, oh, okay, Porter came out fast, or he aggressive, oh, he's getting on top of Crawford. Then boom, next thing you know, Porter get hit with a shot, and it's like, this the Crawford we know. It's gonna be crazy. So what I'm saying is, Porter must be disciplined, because when you getting inside a ring with somebody like Crawford, who's a problem solver type of boxer, who's going to really follow a strategic, precise game plan, you got to really make sure everything is tight and precise at all times. And I agree with you, Ness, of course, with the rough and tug it, but it really has to be a certain way, because we know with Crawford, his ability to adjust, especially when you get into that's when we gonna see who has the better IQ. Like Crawford said, I'm better than you, my IQ is better. Then we gonna see that 6, once we get to them middle rounds, them late rounds, we gonna see who really made the necessary adjustments to get the job done.
Micah, I agree, but I also disagree, because it's what I think Porter knows already. He said it. He was spot on in my opinion. You got to disrupt Crawford. You can't let him download the data. You can't let him think. And you also want to disrupt him because he's a tit for tat dude. We all see that. We all see that. So that means if Porter gets off, he going to want to get off. That's the Crawford you want. The one that's going to react irrationally because, oh shit, he embarrassed me. I got to embarrass you back now. That's who you want. And he's shown us that all the time. He's done it in Benavidez. He's done it in Velasquez. He's done it in Gamboa. He gets drug in the fights. The problem is Porter's not a puncher. But if Porter can keep him in the fight, keep him in his fight, maybe he can win. He's an underdog. And he's a big underdog. I mean, he's bigger than Wilder was versus Fury. And let's be real. People were acting like they didn't think Wilder could beat Fury. Obviously, he didn't, but the odds were way closer.
To this day.
Porter is a plus 525 on mybookie.ag. Remember to use the code BETTBV. You know, it's going to cost you nothing. You still get to make your bet. But obviously, you know, they know that I'm letting you know that the best odds in town are right over there. So, you know, you grab your phone, QV code, right there on the screen. I also got a poll going. Crawford, and I quote, I got to fight Canelo Alvarez next. So the multiple choice answers are, yes, fight Canelo, Crawford. 34% of the public wants to see it. No, he was being sarcastic. 56% believe he was being sarcastic. And 10% believe, I love this fight. So that's really 44% to 56%. So it's you know, it's split, not really down the middle, but almost 50-50. Like, as many Crawford fans that don't want to see him try his luck against Canelo, some do. I thought Crawford was tall. I'm going to Google. Isn't he like 5'10", which makes him taller than Canelo? Plus, he's got the skills, which means he isn't those...
He's 5'8" on the...
Box rec?
Box rec, but sometimes box rec be playing with people, man. So I'm just going to say he's 5'9".
He does
Well,
look
I'm glad
tall.
you said that, Doomy, because I'm like, hold on, box rec be a little iffy sometimes, because they say one thing, then I see the other. I'll be like, what is this?
Yeah, even when they're giving you the stats on the day of the fight and shit, you're like, what?
Right, yes. I peep.
So just to be clear, we're all going Crawford then.
Yes.
Ness, you know, I love betting for the underdog and all that, but you know, we do have a betting community, so I can't be doing it with the heart. I got to be really frank with myself on this one. I know I usually wait till like Friday and shit to give my last prediction, but I'm gonna say that Crawford got, you know, if everything I've been seeing, and it's just a lack of dancing partner that he needed for this grandeur acceptance from the fucking, excuse my language, from the boxing public, then this is what it is. So I'm gonna give the champ his credit. Porter's, I'm a fan. I'm a fan for Porter forever, bro. Like, you know, he could retire right now today, and I'd say that he's one of the fighters that's given me some of the most fun moments in my boxing viewership, and that goes a long way. So, not that I'm counting him out. I'm just betting with the guy that I guess Vegas is betting with, right? Mm-hmm. Can Porter upset this situation? Y'all know he can. He can. I'm just gonna give the champ his credit. You know, he's earned it, and what up, King? On me.
Before we go to the King, one moment. I just want to again remind everybody. So we are all picking Terence Crawford so far. Maybe Amin isn't, and then we'll get back to him. But if you are picking Crawford, there's many ways that you can do it, right? Obviously, it's what you believe. Does he get the decision? You know, if you believe in the decision right now, it's good money. It's minus 130. So, you know, you put 130, you get 100. That's not bad. That's like, you know, it's better than nothing on the favorite fighter, right? Like that's the favorite. Actually, you got to you put 100, you get 76. That's not bad on Crawford by decision. Now, if you're hell bent on Crawford being the first man to stop Porter, that's paying really good money. I might have to take that bet because I need to get some money. I lost on the Canelo fight. And, you know, everybody thinks Crawford's going to stop him. He is on a knockout streak. And it's plus 160. So, again, if you bet 100, you get 260 back. Now, you could do prop bets. You don't have to bet big money. But let's say you believe just that this fight goes the distance, you don't really know who's going to win, but you think Porter's durable enough to make it to the 12th, but you don't think Crawford's been in with anybody, but you know Porter doesn't punch you. Like, fuck it, man. I don't know who I'm going to pick, but this shit going 12. Well, then you bet on will this fight go the distance? Yes. At a 175. And, you know, same thing. 100 wins you only 57. But if you bet that 175, then you should be able to win 100. See? So for every 175 you bet, you win 100. But you know that's more probable based off the bookies, right? Not my bookie, which is the one I'm asking you to use, but the bookies in general have Crawford as a favorite to get the decision win. Even they believe Porter is as durable as we believe. It is the extremists, Crawford fans, that believe he will continue the knockout streak and, take out Porter, who's never been stopped, who's fought huge men in the amateurs. I'm talking huge men. Michael Antonio Perry Bond that fought Gennady and fought Anthony Durrell, he beat him. Usyk, he beat him. Jacobs beat him and dropped him many times. So I don't know. But I know you're very good at what you do. So I'm going to listen. But sometimes you do pick with your heart too.
And I did. A lot of time I like to leave the corazon at home. This time, you know what I'm saying? I'm using pure logic, man. And here's what I'm thinking. When I'm hearing these fans, and you got them right, it's these fanatics, it's these people. Yo, listen, Shawn Porter's not getting stopped, ladies and gentlemen. Like, I love Terence Crawford. I've never been a fan of the Bud Tenders. They put a bounty on me one time. Y'all see I'm still here, you dig? Okay? But I love Terence Crawford. He's not stopping Shawn Porter. Shawn Porter is much too durable. Remember, he's been in there with Danny Garcia, Thurman. He's the Dudder man. He's the gatekeeper. He is the doorman. There's a guy in the UK many years ago. I don't forgot his name, but he was like the bouncers in the UK. They run the clubs. Porter is the bouncer for the welterweight division. That's his club, and he lets you in, and he sees who goes in and out, right? Y'all forget too, Shawn Porter was supposed to be on the undercard of a Jake Paul fight with Woodley. Hey, fighter, y'all forget how much Shawn Porter liked to grapple? Okay, so he's not going to give Terence Crawford a lot of them opportunities. He's going to make it his kind of fight. Now, some people are saying, but look what Kell Brook did to Shawn Porter in common opponent in degrees of separation. I'm just here to say Terence Crawford will try to impose his will, but Shawn Porter's will is what got him here. So win or lose, which respectfully, I expect Terence Crawford to win, he will win, in a valiant effort. If he gets stopped, I'm willing, to go fear factor and eat a crow's wing on the show or some crazy shit. Because I got no belief in the world that Terence Crawford will stop Shawn Porter.
I smell a pie bet. Nice little whipped cream pie. Nah, I'm fucking with you. I'm fucking with you. Yo, but listen, I want to believe you because I really, really need a win. I need a win. I want to, I'm a real gambler. Once I lose, I want my money back. So, I'm ready to go all in on the right bet.
Prop bet. Yes. Let me give you a prop bet. You talked about the power and the larger size opposition that Porter has faced in his career. Does anybody guessing a prop bet that he at least knocks Crawford down?
Nah, man. He ain't got that type of punching. But who the last person he knocked down, champ?
Broner.
Shit. That was I went to that fight. What was that, 2012?
Yeah.
I remember that shit. That's when I met Al Heyman one time in the elevator. Yo, that's crazy.
Now Crawford did get caught. Crawford did get hit with a, of course he didn't. They considered it a slip, but Mean Machine, he got hit with that right. So we might. I know Bud fans gonna be like, oh no, but you never know. We might see something to where they both can kind of knock each other down. We don't know. This has the makings of being a very special fight because what they underestimating Porter's versatility. We might see because when he get that right, and by Crawford not used to somebody coming at him the way Porter is going to come at him, apply that pressure, we might see something real spicy come Saturday.
I want spice, man. That's
jalapeno
what I want.
Status.
I want, honestly, not for my own ego, just for boxing. I want to be proven right. I want everything for the whole buildup of this fight, toughest test till date. I want that to be true. I want him to push Crawford, push him. Give us a fight. I was very entertained with Canelo and Plant. So if we could get something like that, it's got a good finish. It had the underdog getting off, exciting people, and then the A side still got the win. I'm all right with that, but I want that
Not a
excitement.
bad man. You know this, but King, I mean, like that prop sounds pretty good, actually.
What, Will Porter knock
Yeah.
him down?
Yeah, bro. It sounds
Yeah.
man because a guy like Mean Machine, hurt him in that manner, and I'm saying to myself, I can't remember if I was late in the round, and
But
that's why
champs,
Crawford was able to recover. But if I think that if Porter hurts him anywhere in the early in the round, Porter has the energy and the skilled enough
but
aggression.
why y'all thinking Porter
He
could hurt him, bro? Who's he
because I
hurt?
saw with me that right. I'm sorry.
No, jump in.
Yeah, what I'm saying is because and listen, because some of y'all in the chat, oh my goodness, listen to understand, my God. You ain't understanding, you're not getting it, okay? What I'm saying with Mean Machine is because he was able to get that right. He was able to get that right off. I'm not saying that Bud got knocked down. I'm saying when you dealing with somebody with Porter who can throw like a looping right or a lunge and come at you a certain way in certain different directions where it can catch Crawford slipping. You never know, because with the Mean Machine, when he got that right off, it was more so the early rounds. If I'm not mistaken, correct me if I'm wrong, Doomy, Ness, or King. But then Crawford came back, I believe, around that 7th round, got the knockdown, and then took Mean Machine out like in the 9th. So that's what I'm saying. If you look at that fight, you see certain things. Maybe Porter could do a little something. I'm not saying he gonna completely take the man out. We know that's Crawford.
I just don't see Porter hurting Crawford. He didn't hurt Broner. Like I'm going to these super chats. I got Super Max that says Bud definitely listened to TBV's morning show this morning. Excuse me. Yeah, man. I said the same thing. Canna in the chat said, he said I got the world's biggest ego. I'm just saying it's so ironic that was the same exact conversation we was having, but.
It's in the 3rd round, Micah.
It was a 3rd. Okay, yeah, I knew it was early. And for the person saying he has no power, I'm not even gonna go there. Oh my goodness. I'm not saying that Porter is going to knock him out. I'm just saying it could possibly lead, a slippage. You never know.
Aggressive punchers like Terence Crawford can leave themselves open to looping punches from guys that come in, ducking and lunging and just doing bullish type stuff. It doesn't mean that he's going to hurt Crawford, but a guy that's going to try to disrupt your rhythm and bull rush you and grapple and make it messy, there's a chance he could throw something that could be in the realm of a flash. You know what I'm saying? And those things happen, especially against aggressive punchers, aggressive southpaw punchers.
Perfect example. Perfect example. I think it's Earl and Porter. When Porter was coming in and the way he was coming in, he got caught with something coming in, and this is what we're talking about. There can be an exchange if Crawford decides to stand, or maybe Porter just catches up to him and he's in his face. If those exchanges can happen, I think that something like that can happen. It could be Porter hitting the deck. It could be Crawford, but I
think that's more probable. Listen, Porter, guys, what the hell are y'all watching? Listen, Porter literally gets low, leans forward, and chops wood. Crawford is a counterpuncher, man, and he's a southpaw, so he's in the orthodox. He's gonna step back, either hook or back hook or uppercut.
We got to give ourselves. We just got to be under the impression that the Porter camp is aware of that. They are aware that he's a counterpuncher and that he's a boxer. We can't. You make total sense, but we can't assume that they're not preparing for what it's obviously Crawford's like.
And by getting a fighter like Tank Davis to help them prepare for that type of stuff. You know what I'm saying? We just can't rule it out. I'm just looking at, and I've been out of the loop all week, a couple of weeks, but these are things that I'm watching, and my keen eye sees a few things. Again, this is not a guarantee because Doomy's right. It could go the other way. Crawford could stand his ground and say, I've been waiting for this moment. He could knock Porter right down in front of all of us and said, TBV, especially y'all at TBV, who I won't come and do interviews with, shut your mouths. He could very well do that, and I would love for him to do that.
Let me say this again. I have Bud winning. I did like 3 scenarios. The first one is I got it going to decision with Crawford. The second, actually, in my scenario, is that I have Bud Crawford stopping Porter between rounds 9 and 12. And then my third, what I kind of said, the upset, if we see as far as with Porter, if his discipline, we see the best Porter we've ever seen. But like King Amin is saying too, as far as with the training, because I'm very big on, shout out to Doomy, I'm big on training. So I know we're talking about the fighters, but also the game plan that Kenny Porter and Shawn Porter is going to do, and also the game plan with Bo Mack and Terence Crawford. Everybody keeps saying, yes, we know the fighters get in the ring, but it's also them extra set of eyes, that great eye, that trainer that's going to also take you to that next step too, to get you that victory as well. It's going to be Bo Mack versus Kenny Porter. So we're going to see certain things with them as well come Saturday night.
They going to have to send their best fighter for the champ.
It's going to be interesting. It's going to be interesting. But we've all picked him. So let's get to the undercards. We got to move on. We're going to go to the phone lines. We're going to try and do the same style we did last week and mix in the callers. It was more engaging. Doomy, if you could get on the super chats. I left off on Joseph so that we don't get too far behind. And again, do it like last show when we were all on it. I really enjoyed the flow of that being said.
All right, so you read Super Mexes?
Yeah, Bud definitely listen to TBV. Who's next?
Okay, next is Ozzy, and we are gonna say Ozzy-Fut Decoded, and they say some of these fools on that Trump for 2024, but we on that Canelo 6-time world division champ with a heavyweight champion for 2024. Muscle emoji, punch emoji, Mexican flag, 100%. That's right, man. That's gonna be. Nobody has anybody done this, Ness? I know you're the Britannica.
What?
Gotten up this many weight divisions.
Only Roy. He started at 160, went to heavyweight.
So essentially, if Canelo does the same, he would have done it better, I guess, because he started at a lower weight class.
Well, I mean. CYP's logic to that was Canelo started at 140 because he was 15, but he did some sort of judging of ages, and he's like, look, at 30 he's this weight. This
circumstances don't matter. Who's done what and what they've done in their journey and their lifespan. So it's like, well, that doesn't matter.
Well. If we're going to keep it boxing, though, that 155 division he created and jerked people around.
Yeah, I don't believe that he created that.
I don't know if that. I don't know.
Why you acting like you never heard of a catchphrase?
I don't believe that he created that. Technically it was Miguel Cotto who won the belt from Sergio, and Miguel is the one that asked for a 155-pound catchweight. Now, Canelo and Khan did have a 155-pound catchweight, but it is my belief that they did that because it was easier for Khan to get to the middleweight minimum. And because Canelo was already a middleweight, giving a welterweight a shot, they did a catchweight at the middleweight minimum so Khan could still fight for the belt. That's why, because if Khan comes in at 54, he can't fight for a 60-pound belt. But the minute you don't make 54, you're a 60-pounder. You get how that works? That's why cruiserweight is 176 to 199, and now they're going to move it from 176 to 190.
There you go.
Right, I mean?
That's my whole point. He campaigned at a division that was convenient for him to catch weight certain opponents.
I mean, he also was a 140-pounder. He had to get acclimated.
I'm just saying Roy Jones never did that. That's all, ladies and gentlemen.
Man is a very small, scared man.
But listen, I don't get why Canelo fighting at 54 at one part of his career takes away from him moving up the heavyweight if he does. How is it not greater if he undisputed along the way, knocked out a light heavyweight along the way, knocked out a cruiserweight along the way, beat a bridgerweight, then went up and fought Usyk? Like, what are you guys talking about? I get it though. It's because Roy is legendary. They don't want him to get they don't want him to get taken down, dog. It's crazy.
Let's look at the resumes. Let's look at the resumes of who they fought, and let's just see who, because we love BoxRec, right? So maybe not now. Let's look at who Roy Jones fought on his way to that ascension, and then let's look at who Canelo fought. And I'm sure they'll be comparable in terms of names, stars, blah, blah, blah. But let's just look at it, and I think we can be more objective.
Call him objective.
I got D Jones with a super chat, and he says
Alvarez versus Terence Crawford sounds like greatness.
Yeah.
Yo, you know what? I'm gonna find out. Well, BoxRec is a little liar sometimes. But if we got Terence Crawford at 5'8", you got Porter at 5'7". Okay, what are we looking at for the height on Canelo? Like, because he's going up to heavyweight.
I just don't get why it's a big, like, why am I, like, why am I committing a sin because I'm asking Crawford to fight Canelo, but Canelo could fight Makabu?
Nah, see, the thing is that I think that after this fight, even the hardcore Bud fans are gonna really, really get behind this, because again, we're just waiting for that affirmation, so to speak. A lot of people still want to see him go up against somebody that's really gonna give it to him, or can really stand the fight, and then maybe they'll believe it, bro. Maybe then they'll believe, okay, Terence could probably go.
And that's the thing. If he goes out here and he does Canelo to Mayweather, or rather Mayweather to Canelo to Porter, like, he's completely separate. Porter don't win no rounds. Porter didn't make it rough and tough. He couldn't.
Oh my God, Canelo's 5'8".
Yeah, I've been knew that.
I didn't know that. So I didn't know that they were the same height. It's just about putting on the weight, man. It's about putting on.
You know what?
This is side. Let me ask one question to you guys. Did you guys know that? I know this is not on all the way on topic. David Benavidez. Okay, so when you go to BoxRec, it says he has a 74-inch reach.
Yeah.
But when he did the fight before, no, it was like 2 fights ago. They said he had a 77-inch reach. What do you?
Probably typo. Was it a typo or did they say it?
No, do you know how it come up and they give side by side the reach and height and stuff. I'm like, hold on now, they saying 77-inch reach. That's why I said BoxRec. Sometimes I'd be like, what? So do you guys feel like David Benavidez reach is truly 77, or how you feel?
I mean, look, he has long arms. I'm not gonna lie.
Okay.
He puts those gloves on. It looks like he gets like a good 2 inches on each hand.
How do they measure it? Do they measure with the gloves on?
No, they're not supposed to.
Okay.
They're not supposed to. So, like if he has a 74-inch reach, so if the other guy's 72, I guess he'll have, I think it's 2 inches on each side of advantage, And I think that they do it. I don't know if the palm is open or the fist is closed, but if I'm not mistaken, I think the palm is open. But I'd have to check that out. And they measure you out like that. I mean, 77 is pretty. That's very good. I think I'm like at a 72, 74, and I have like decently long arms for my height. But 77 is damn. Like, you tapping people. Like, I think John Jones is like 80 or 80 something. So like, he's going up to the 80 inches. Like, that's good reach, and you could tell the way he punches and everything like that. Guys like him, guys like Navarrete, that are like that body type and arm type. They have this reach.
You can throw those whipping punches.
Because Crawford reach is pretty long, right? He 5'10", right? Crawford is.
No, they saying he's 5'8" on the BoxRec. So.
Oh, they saying Crawford is 5'8".
And he's not 5'10", because I've stood next to Crawford.
Okay.
He's definitely not 5'10". He's definitely not 5'10", but 5'8", yeah, I believe it. And there it goes, man. I don't know. The sarcasm could probably in the future turn it to something real, man, if this fight goes well for Crawford.
I mean, I don't know why he wouldn't want that fight. You know what I mean? You wanted the the Pacquiao fight. This is a good fight. This is a good fight, especially if they're gonna give you a reasonable weight. I'm not asking Crawford, to jump up to cruiserweight to fight Canelo.
But he could jump up there. I mean, we talked about it. We say it. We've said it a bunch of times. Earl will go up with Canelo. Like, I don't understand why it's different with Crawford there. I really don't. It's Earl that much bigger? Maybe he's a little taller.
Just because he's naturally started at that way. But then again, so the argument of who has the better run or whose greatness is better with Canelo and Roy doesn't exist then, because you can't turn around in one breath and say that, oh, well, Earl is okay to fight Canelo because he's naturally bigger. and then turn around and say that Canelo, who isn't naturally bigger and started at 140, isn't achieving greatness by fighting cruiserweights and heavyweights. It just doesn't make sense. You got to make it make sense.
And Earl's about an inch taller, not that much, inch and a half. So he's 5'9". So like body composition and stuff like that. Again, like not much difference. Maybe the walk around weight might be different, but I mean, do we ever get a sense of what Crawford walks around? I feel like that guy's always in shape. Like he's always like like 10, 15 pounds away from his weight. Have we any pictures or anybody ever seen him on some TMZ like really big?
Nah.
All right.
If I had to take a guess, I wouldn't say he walked around above 154, and I don't know why I would even guess that, but I don't know.
I mean, fighters like to be within 10 pounds of their weight. That's always like primo to do that. I don't know how sustainable it is but a guy like him that's disciplined as him, I don't see it being a huge problem. But that's it right there. I mean, as far as my take on that, I think it could happen. I think that this sarcasm, if the stars align right for Crawford, he could do that. But when? That's years ahead. I'm sorry, I don't see him putting on that much weight, and I don't see Canelo coming down to less than a 160 for like a super fight. So adding 15 pounds is it? Or if he's walking around like King Amin said at 154, I mean 6 pounds away. I don't know. It's becoming more of a reality in my head. Gee.
All right. Well, let me get to these super chats here. You got the James Benitez?
Yeah, we got. We was up next for D Jones. Actually, what? I don't think I got D Jones.
Which one? The one that says Sal versus Terence?
Yeah, did I get that one?
Yeah, no, you said Sal versus Terence. Sal Alvarez versus Terence Crawford sounds like greatness. You said that. Next one is from James Benitez that says, "What needs to happen for you to believe Nello beats?" Oh my God, he's back with that. What needs to happen for you to believe that Nello beats Wilder?
Hey, what happened?
I don't think it's possible because Canelo gets hit at every division he's fought, and Wilder hits too hard. That's just a different kind of power. That just because you got skills, like, is that the saying? I mean, do people say like a good little man beats a big, like whatever Wilder is? Like, I don't know. I don't think
he basketball, man. That was for basketball. You know what I'm saying? A skilled little man like a point guard or a two beats, a big. That's basketball. That ain't boxing, man.
I know, man. Like Wilder would probably really hurt this guy. That's crazy, man. That's Wilder needs to come back and fight, man. That's crazy. These guys think this dude is like done to the level that 140-pounder Canelo Alvarez could beat him now.
Yo, Trey Lippy Morrison is out there waiting on that Wilder fight, man.
Yo, Trey Lippy's on the card. You seen Rob put it in the chat? He's got some sort
That's
of fight.
what I'm telling you. I'm not being funny. He's out there. Wilder needs to come back.
Trey Lippy.
Yeah, that's Tommy Morrison's son. He's fighting on Triller coming up here.
Okay. Lippy.
But let me go ahead and ring the alarm. That was James Benitez, número 3.
It's Punch Drunk Boxing on the next super chat.
Oh shit! Shut up the Punch.
What is SP?
He says Shawn Porter makes all his opponents box in discipline in spots. He can't let Crawford adjust to a disciplined and cleaner boxer like Thurman and Spence in the later rounds.
Okay.
That's right. So he can't let him. He got to keep the pressure on him. But that's the thing. People think Shawn is all aggression. You got to do a film study. You go back and watch his fights. He tires. He takes a round off. He'll jab. He'll box. It's not always constant boom, 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 jackhammer on the wall. That's not what's happening. We believe that in our mind, but that's not what's happening. And in those lows, that's where I expect Crawford to show his skill.
And let me say one thing. Also, like, if you go back and watch the Porter versus Sebastian Formella, I can never pronounce his last name properly. What'd you say, Ness?
Formella.
Formella.
Yep.
Am I saying that right? Because
Yep.
I know I messed up. Okay, so with Sebastian, if you see what I really like what Porter did in that fight to me, he utilized the jab more than what I usually see him utilize the jab. And so that's what I'm saying. And I agree. What Punch was saying as far as what did he say as far as like with the discipline part, but I agree. I can't go back verbatim, but anyway, and like you saying too, Ness, Porter has more than just that, that aggression. He does other things, and I really felt like he displayed it in the Sebastian fight, as far as showing you that it's not just about the calculated, rough and tough aggression or certain things. He showed you other, because sometimes I don't always see. Correct me if I'm wrong. I don't always see Porter, utilizing a jab or certain things. But in that last fight, I liked how he completely dominated, even though we know he didn't take him out as far as knocking him out.
Let me open up these phone lines. I'm going to go ahead and say Andrade is going to beat
Quigs.
Piggly Quiggly Wiggly. And so, all right, for the Crawford card, I'm going to watch Falco. I'm going to be honest. I don't think I've ever watched more than one fight of Falco. So maybe I'll watch Falco.
Is that the Brazilian guy, Ness?
Yeah.
All right, I'll check it out. Viva Brazil.
But I'm going for him. Yeah, you got to watch it. Your wife's Brazilian. Come on. Regis, you got to watch this too. Your wife's Brazilian. John Beck, I'll probably watch him this time because he just they keep pushing him. But look who he's fighting, Hassan Ndam. Hassan, I got dropped 31 million times Ndam. The fight of the night to watch is Isaac Dogboe and Christopher Diaz, and that's also might be the play of the night.
Isaac back in the ring, huh?
Isaac's back in the ring, but then he just won his last fight, bro. Right? Google him. I'm gonna check the boxing.
I have heard of a recent fight.
Yeah, he won by stoppage, I think.
Yeah, but Google it. We need that name because we got to get some betting advice here. Because
Adam Lopez, remember?
That's right, Blue Nose, bro. You got to value that win. He stopped him, bro. Who beat up Valdez? Did Valdez stop Blue Nose? Double check. Pull up his resume.
Valdez?
Yeah, he fought him. He dropped Valdez. He dropped Valdez.
Yeah. It was Valdez, bro.
But did Valdez stop him?
Yeah, he got TKO'd in the 7th.
Okay, so Dogboe also stopped him.
Dogboe lost the majority. Blue Nose lost the majority decision to Dogboe. It wasn't a stoppage.
Damn, he ain't stop him. Fuckery. Listen, Dogboe is a minus 160, bro. That means you bet 160, you get 100. And he fighting Christopher Pitufo Diaz. What's Pitufo's biggest win, y'all? Like, he's tough, but like...
Pitufo coming off a loss?
Probably.
Yeah. He might have Navarrete fucking TKO'd him in the 12th.
Yeah, Navarrete just beat him, and that was a tough fight,
That's some good guys, bro. I mean, look.
He's fought good guys, but he don't got good wins. He's only lost to good names. Now, maybe it's his turn because he lost to everybody, and Isaac Dogboe isn't that dude. But Isaac did beat Magdaleno, right? He beat Magdaleno. He only lost to Navarrete, who's proven his mettle, right? Who'd Isaac lose to?
He lost to Navarrete twice.
And Isaac is now with Barry Hunter, bruh. I'm telling y'all, this is the play of the week because that Crawford fight, you got to spend a lot of money to make money with Crawford. Dogboe is the play. He got 2 wins already with Barry Hunter. I should fucking call. Why we ain't see him in camp with Porter. That's strange. He better still be with Barry, this mother bum. Because he'll fuck up my pick. You ain't with Barry. I know Barry got him. Barry and Patrick Harris had him fighting right. His tank was there.
Jeez.
But I like him to beat Christopher Diaz, man. I don't know about Cha. And you know what? Will this fight go to distance? They saying yes. Man, fuck out
I think it goes a distance. Sure.
I got Dogboe over Pitufo easy.
But knockout or decision?
Decision. Yeah.
Damn, Dogboe by decision is plus 160. Bro, you sure?
I mean, what are we gonna say? I mean, we can't say that either guy is gonna knock the other guy out. I mean, it's not what I'm looking at here. I don't see that. I really don't see that. I see a tough matchup.
I'm parlaying this shit. Fuck it, man. Dogboe by decision parlayed with my mans in them. Will this fight go the distance? And what fight is that? Crawford Porter. We gonna make it. I need a win. I need a win. That's gotta be the win. That's gotta be the win.
Who
Ness, I
Dogbe
hope
fought?
you win.
Who Dogbe fought before he fought Blue Nose?
Yeah, Blue Nose.
Not
No,
easy.
no. Dogbe's last fight was Adam Blue Nose Lopez, yes. Krista Avalos. He lost to Navarrete back-to-back. First by decision, then by knockout. But before that, he was on the tear, plus got the upset win to Magdaleno so bad that Magdaleno refused the rematch.
Damn.
Are you not entertained?
Because Dogbe is a puncher, man, and I see why Ness. I see why you want it. You want it. You trying to get us to convince you to go for the stoppage because you know that Dogbe be throwing them bones.
And look, no disrespect, yo. All my children is Puerto Rican. All of them. I got hella kids out here. They all Puerto Rican. You know what I'm saying? But honestly, I be thinking Puerto Ricans are soft, bro. They take mad knees in boxing, man. Mad Puerto Ricans take knees in boxing, man.
Like 20 bodies right now calling, telling you talking caca.
It's all good. It's all good. Pitufo.
Shout out to Cotto, man.
Pitufo been stopped.
With fucking cast. You know what I'm saying?
Pitufo was stopped one time by Magdaleno. I mean, by Emmanuel Navarrete, the same dude that stopped Dogbe. But Dogbe stopped Magdaleno, young Magdaleno, Jesse Magdaleno, not Diego. Jesse was a champion. Jesse trained with Jorge Capetillo. Jesse was looking good. Jesse used to call out fucking Rigo, you know? Like, he just never got it because he was like, you know, Ennis calling out Earl, for instance. You know what I mean? But he did that. Dogbe did that, you know? I don't know, man. I don't know. I'm going to open up these lines because I do want to ask the people, but there were some certain fights like these that we needed to talk about because, again, it's
yeah, who y'all got for the women? Who y'all got for
I'm going Dogbe.
the Dazn?
Oh, Demetrius.
No. What you call it is fighting? Who I gotta get better with the
No place.
Is it Reese and gosh. The undercard for
Callie
the women
Reese and
for
Jessica Cameron.
Yes.
Callie Reese and Jessica
Who y'all?
Cameron.
That's what I want to know. Who y'all got for that?
So on the DAZN card in Manchester, right?
Mm-hmm.
We got Demetrius Andrade versus Jason Quigley. For Quigley's, Jason blah 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 blah. Andre's WBO middleweight title. Then we got another title fight with the dude that beat fuck is my man name with Thompson Boxing? Daniel Roman.
Roman
lost to Morajan Akhmadaliev. Remember? Y'all remember the dude with the little beret? Nah.
The beret sound familiar.
I gotta get y'all a picture of him then. Y'all tripping. Y'all know him. He's got like 6'5". Google him. Yeah, that guy. I thought it was Akhmadaliev. Let me try this. See. Let me see what
Akhmadaliev. I don't know. Let me stop. Let me be quiet. I'm killing it.
Nurjan Ahmadaliev.
Akhmadaliev. Let me see what he said. Hold on.
He's probably on the other side of the
Ahmadaliev.
I don't know, but Murajan, let's just go with his first name. Murajan is fighting Jose Velasquez for Murajan's 2 belts that he beat Daniel Roman for. He's a pretty good fighter, man. Did you Google him to give the people his record? Because he's got like 6 fights and he's already unified.
What's this man's name?
9 fights. You know, that's crazy. We got to start giving this dude his credit. I was trying to give this accolade to, you know, Shakur, and Shakur didn't get to do it with Josh Warrington. Maybe he still could have done it because he'd have been the youngest unified in the least amount of fights. But holy shit, this kid's unified in like, he did it, 2 fights ago. So, wow. He unified in 7 fights, bro. No one's going to break that record. Rigo was the dude, like I remember Rigo held the record for the first title. Like he 12 fights, got a world title. I mean, not the record because obviously Spinks, right? Did Ali have a title when Spinks beat him?
Bro, I'm still trying to put this into This is how crazy his name is.
So then he did it in 9, right? He had it in 9. But anyway.
8 or 9. I can't remember.
Yeah, whatever. Going into that history. Moving on to the next title fight, which is Julio Cesar Martinez. Is he still trained by Eddie Reynoso? Does anybody know?
I mean, I don't see him in them camps.
Okay. Well, Julio Cesar Martinez defends his title versus Mick Williams Arroyo, which is Puerto Rican. Keep your eye on that knee.
Uh-oh.
And then we got Callie Reese defending her title versus Jessica Camara. And this is going to be for the junior welterweight title and the vacant WBO junior welterweight title. So the WBA and the vacant, they're unifying. Oh, shit. With a vacant. Eddie did that. And that's it really on the undercard. There's nothing else. I don't know. Dempsey, McKean. I don't know who these guys are.
Bro, I'm still...
Shout out to my bad, Doomy.
No, go ahead, brother.
I was going to say, shout out to Canada and Jessica Camara. I'm expecting her to keep her belt and also get that vacant. She's on a tear.
Nah. Callie Reese got the WBA champ.
Oh, word?
Yeah.
Oh.
It's going to Canada. It's going to Canada, y'all.
It can't.
Are you sure? Because you know Reese is the girl that like trained McGee and trains Ebony Bridges.
I'm definitely sure. That I'm definitely sure.
Word.
Definitely.
Yo, your man.
Why?
Jessica Camara, I think she got something.
She
like the way. Nah, go
So
ahead,
you
Jimmy.
said she gonna win?
Yeah.
She's the goods.
Yeah.
Yo, Yeardom is back. Ain't nobody talking about that.
Who?
Yeah,
What?
Yeardom.
He back ready to attack?
He's fighting Yusuf Galeo.
That's why.
No, everybody got to tune up, bruh.
Don't ask me that question.
I don't know about one up there.
So the Jessica Camara fight ain't on here? Come on, where's Jessica Camara?
Chantel Cameron, right?
No, man, that's Chantel Cameron.
I really don't. I don't know these particular.
Yo, I don't have the Kelly Reese fight here. This is crazy.
What in the betting?
Yes. What in the fuck? They got Florian Marku for God's sakes, but they don't have the women's title fight.
140-pound title fight, right?
Unbelievable.
3 straps on the line? Shit. Okay.
Shout out to Albanian Florian Marku.
Let's go, champ. And this is all on Saturday as well? Andrade,
yes.
Hold on, I thought this was Friday. I thought this was tomorrow. I'm getting confused now.
The
I thought it was tomorrow.
Tomorrow.
Oh, shit. Is it tomorrow?
Yeah, bro. The night.
Poor fucking... Yo, I'm sorry, Andre. I wish that things were different. Dudes don't even know what your fight are, yo. That's crazy.
He's fighting Quigley, and it's a lot of.
But let me tell y'all. Let me be the first. Let me be the first to say it on air, so that I could go down as the oracle. If Quigley upsets Andre, expect Canelo to fight Quigley in Ireland or in the UK, because Quigley is trained in the UK, because he has a UK following, because he got McGuinness in the corner, and he's from Ireland. Expect them to make Quigley a superstar overnight because he upset Demetrius Andrade. He will absolutely... The battle of the redheads. Quigley versus Canelo. Watch. Remember that. Remember that. I'm telling you. Yo, that's the worst part of being Andrade. You can't slip up. Because anybody that beats you made a name off you. And then Canelo turns around and says, see? I told you, he fight nobody, man. He fight nobody. You lose to Quigley, and everything Canelo said is true. You lose to Quigley, you never arguably beat Canelo. That stops.
It looks like you got trouble with
Quigley. That was Laura. I'm confusing him with Laura by mistake. But yeah, no, you lose to Quigley is a rap. I hope Eddie got a rematch clause for him, but if you lose to Quigley, you shouldn't even rematch him. He shouldn't be allowed to rematch Quigley.
That's not he has to dominate Quigley, man. Any of these guys that are
Quigley Wiggly in the Piggly basket.
In the Piggly basket. He gotta put them away. I mean, You gotta put him away, champ.
Yeah, yo. If he doesn't stop Quigley, then he he don't need to speak Canelo name like no kind of way. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, you know
He don't need to be.
Yo, why you acting like he gonna stop Quigley? You know damn well he ain't stopping Quigley, man.
Come on, Ness. You can stop Quigley.
Yo, you crazy?
He need to.
You about to make me Google this dude? He don't get stoppages.
Man, Andre, he gotta
do me. Check that. He don't get stoppages, bro. Who you? Yeah, no, Andre.
Nah, Andre.
Who the fuck he stop?
He does.
I mean, Quigley.
He has to stop.
Has he?
He should stop. He should stop Quigley and really, make a stake in another claim at why they're dodging him. I mean, the last fight he had, what's my man's name? Liam Williams. That was a tough one for him.
That was a very tough fight. Liam Williams is not no tomato can. So you know what I mean.
So
I don't think Quigley can, you know what I'm saying, can bang with Andre if Andre decides to turn it into that kind of fight.
Look at this guy. He got a 70% knockout ratio, and he's knocked 14 guys out of 20 fights. So, I mean, who is he knocking out though?
Who?
Is he knocking out the guy at the pub?
Who?
I don't. He majority decision over Shane Mosley. He KO'd Fernando Marin. I don't know that guy.
Yo, don't just say Shane Mosley to confuse the people. You mean Junior?
I said Junior, champ.
Oh, it didn't come off on TV.
Yeah, Shane Mosley Jr. He got a majority decision on him. Fernando Marin. He's KO'd him. I don't know Marin. Abram Cordero. Probably you don't know him either. So I can't.
The bookies think Andre getting a stoppage. They fucking wild.
I think he should. I think in order to, Andre, and I don't want to be, because I know the boxing voice is dangerous, man. Because this had me laughing, saying, I forgot what y'all was saying, Wiggly. But no, Andre is, I think Andre is a good fighter, but it's just when we start doing that Canelo type stuff, that's when it kind of start getting dicey, because I just feel like, I just don't see it. And that's no disrespect on Andre, but he definitely supposed to dominate him. And even with Liam, Liam is no joke, but still, I wanted to see, even with Andre, take him kind of at that end. I thought he was going to be able to take Liam out, at that end more so. But, he still dominated, but I don't know.
I do remember that Mosley fight. That was a tight fight. Quigley might get stopped. He was letting Lil Mosley hit him, man.
Why you gotta be Lil Mosley? He was hitting him because he was...
He junior. I'm Lil Ness. He junior. And he started at 54, though. That's why he Lil Mosley, because he wasn't a real 60.
Crazy, like Liam was a little shorter, and not that this stuff really matters in the full scope of boxing.
This
but
dude getting stopped. He lost to Terriano Johnson. He wilding. Terriano.
He got some height.
No, he getting stopped. He lost to Terriano Johnson, man. By stoppage, yo. There's no way he lasting with Quigley Wiggly. I mean, with Demetrius.
Nah.
No way. Let me see how that look in the parlay, though. If I make him Andre, I'll take Andre by knockout. Yo, look at this parlay. Dog Bay decision, Crawford decision, Andre knockout.
What are we looking at here?
We looking at a...
Here's my 10, bring me.
Plus 622. $10 gets you $62.20. Easy. Plus your $10 back.
Okay.
That's right.
I mean,
and that's pretty probable.
It's called safe money.
That's pretty probable. I think I'm going to do that. And then another one with Crawford by knockout.
The crowd goes wild.
All right, let's go out to the phone lines, man, because we wasted mad time on Quiggly Wiggly Piggly Basket.
Oh, man. Let's go, champ.
Remember to rate us 5 stars on iTunes.
Subscribe to youtube.com/theboxingvoice for the latest and greatest interviews with your favorite fighters.
These calls are brought to you by Big Rigs Trucking Agency, experts for all your insurance and trucking needs. For quotes and consultations, visit us at brtagency.com or contact us at 908-943-6918.
All right. We going out to, let me see if I got any boomerangs.
All right.
It looks like we got a pound for pound in the building. What is up?
Subscribe to youtube.com/theboxingvoice for the latest and greatest interviews with your favorite fighters.
The champ is here! The champ is here!
Red belt, black belt, WON green. I'm king. Undisputed GOAT, TBE. And you can catch the news first on TBV. Voice of the people now let me speak. Scientists of the sweet, BOXING.
Come into the light. Or get hit with massive crickets.
Stainless. You're unmuted, but we don't hear you. You might want to hang up and call back in. In the meantime, we going out to Stainless is back. What up? Still don't hear you. There you go. There you go.
Cool. Yo, TBV, what's good?
What's good?
Yes.
Fight with
homie.
Yo, champ.
Who? Yo, man, y'all know what it is. I've been talking about it all day, man. See, back when we first started the back card, like a couple years ago, man, it's just like me, Stonebone, CYP, maybe NO or something like that. I think, matter of fact, J Mack had just joined in, and I was saying then, man, I'm ready for Crawford to fight Porter. You know, I think that Porter's the real test for 147 to see if you got that power, if you belong up there. So, you know what I'm saying? The boxing guys have answered my request. So I'm good. I'm Gucci. I'm content. Anybody that got a problem with this fight, man, I don't know what your problem is, man. I've already made my pick. Like I said, I was saying it was going to be Crawford with the W anyway. I'm thinking late round, you know, somewhere between, I'm going to say the championship round between 10 and 12, maybe 9, but that's just me. I ain't even found out what other fights are on this card. But at this point, I don't even care. I've already got my receipt for my pay-per-view, and I'm ready, man. To anybody that's listening, make sure you push that thumbs up. Share this in every episode of the Boxing Voice podcast. This is TBV for life. And if you ain't on Patreon, it's because you're stupid. And shout out to BRT. Yo, fellas, man, I'm still at work, man. I got like 30 minutes, and y'all casting got me through my whole day. Shout out to y'all. Shout out to the brothers in the back car. Peace.
Let's go, champ. You feel me?
Stainless. Salute. Who's next?
Alejandro Vega.
Chee. Step into the light.
Just listening, Alejandro.
Oh, cricket time.
All right. We got Seattle.
Mr. PBC, baby.
BoxingVoice.com. I'm the finest. Canelo talking about he believes he can win. Go to my kitchen. Get the sharpest knife and cut the bullshit out. I don't care what you do good. I do every fucking thing great.
Mr. PBC, baby.
Señor PBC.
Yo, what's good?
What up?
What's good, Doomy? What's good, everyone else and stuff, you know, like, fuck, my bad. I can't remember people's names right now. I definitely got both sides with this. I'm betting on Porter for the decision. Betting on Bud each round. I got like 6, 7, 8, no 9, 10, 11, 12. Definitely going for Porter for this.
I gotta ask you because I was doing the math here. I didn't even know you had 6 as well. You know, from the slips you sent me, you only got 12. Oh shit, there goes 6. So that's 50, 20.
Yeah, it's a weird picture because I'm on Bovada. I got a bet on Bovada,
So
and I
you
got
but you're spending $142, right?
which one? Which one?
Altogether.
What?
Yeah.
You doing 17?
So I'm it's all under 50.
No. You doing mad individual bets. You got
Yes,
six bets. Or is that a double bet? Because I see you sent me 2
Okay,
slips.
so I sent you more on. If you look at the Skype, the regular call, I got my bookie. I got a parlay. I got 2 decisions for Porter. I don't think Porter can do the knockout, but the knockout is crazy if he did. And I got all those bets for Bud for 1 round.
Yeah, but I'm just saying 20, then 35 is 55 plus a $50 bet, that's 105. Then you got another slip with a 17 and another $70 worth of bets, right?
Yes. But look at how much I'm getting for that 50.
All right, but if you don't win none of those bets, let's say hypothetically your hedged bet is Porter, because all your money's on Crawford. You got your hedge on Porter with 17. Bro, listen to me. I see what you're doing. I'm looking at it.
I'm hedging him, yeah.
With Porter to win by decision, right?
Yes. I get $1,000 for Porter. I have another bet with my bookie. I didn't post that with you.
I'm just saying that you got to make sure that whatever is your hedge bet covers all these bets you made. Or else all you do is breaking even.
I already won on the other bets with UFC and everything has covered me. I'm just fucking with. The only thing that's going to fuck me up is if Bud wins by decision. That's what will fuck me up.
What if he win in the 5th round, champ? Like you just think he gonna get it done?
No, I don't think he can do it in the 5th round.
Tour.
I mean, he what did he knock out Kell Brook in, or not knock him out, but TKO?
Yeah,
and that was
like
6.
4 or something.
So
but
Mr. PBC wants Porter to win, right?
Nah, he wants Crawford to win by knockout.
Oh, okay. Hopefully, I hope Mr. PBC is right, and hopefully you can remember people's names. That's no shot, but I'm just saying, how long have you been listening?
Couldn't remember.
Hopefully you can.
Really, I couldn't at the time.
Okay.
No, but
He knocked out Brook in 4.
Okay, but I'm not gonna bet on 4 and 5 because Kell Brook was damaged.
He knocked out Ndongo in Tres. Yo, but
why don't you do that? Because you fucked my bet up with Gabe. Why don't you bet on 4?
What you mean with Gabe? I ain't tell you nothing to bet on.
You had me believing in nigga, so I bet on a nigga.
Bruh, you bet on him because you wanted to.
Gabe, the only Puerto Rican that's believing, yo. He the only Puerto Rican that's believing.
Yeah, you had me believing in dude, so I bet on him. And I lost some good money.
And I think he took a knee. Remember the result.
The Gabe. Bet on those rounds. You're gonna win.
I'm scared.
That's my call. You need a win. I need a
win.
My
but
call.
you going too hard. I can't go that hard, and then my backup bet only wins me $2.
Nigga, you getting all these fucking cash apps and shit. Just have your cash app your betting money.
Whoa.
And have you know what I mean?
Whoa.
That's my call, man. That's my call.
Nah, because I'm just saying I can't make $142 worth of bets, and then if Porter wins, I lose all my bets. But I did bet on Porter, but all I win is $144. That would have been for nothing. I made $2 profit. That would have been for nothing for me. For me, I'm just saying. And he still said there's more bets, so my math is still wrong. He's probably, you need to make, anyway, whatever. Not my business.
Nuts. These guys are crazy on the chat. He said he took betting advice from Ness. He essentially mushed from A Bronx Tale. Y'all remember that?
That's one of my favorite movies.
Yo, how you gonna call me
that
mush?
Is hilarious.
How you gonna call me mush like I ain't picked the right fight the last 3 fights, last 3 weeks? I picked Canelo.
Who said that?
I just
only 2 toes. He's scared.
Hey, Doomy, throw him in the bathroom. Put this guy in the bathroom. Put this guy in the bathroom.
I picked Canelo. I just didn't pick him by stoppage versus plan.
Yo, they've never let Ness outlive some of these things.
It's all right. It's all right. It's all right. We got
wrong once in a while.
We got Jaime Hernandez who says, "Here you go, Ness. Pad your packets." Okay. What a super chat. Thank you.
Yeah.
Let's see. We got Jay Will in Ohio. What's going on?
Like I know, you should lie low. Killer, I used to get it in Ohio.
Yo, man. Big fight week, man. What's going on, party people, man? I'm excited. Yeah, my prediction, I'm going to have to go with Bud, man. But my heart's with Shawn, man. But the more unfortunate thing I think is going to happen, man, I think this might be the first time we see Shawn get stopped, man. Styles make fights. The way Shawn comes in wide and open. Bud is a sharp shooter. He's very sharp with his punches, and he can throw them at the weirdest, awkward angles, and his timing is... Bud, to me, pound for pound, Bud has more skills than Canelo. It's just Canelo's just the cash cow. But skill for skill, switching the switch hitting and all that. And J Mac and JC, they gonna give me hell, man. I'm gonna go ahead because everybody know I've been Errol from day one. I've been saying Errol could beat Danny when he was fighting Van Heerden. I'm gonna have to get off that bandwagon, man. I'm done with Errol. I'm not done, man. I like it. But I just think with the number one, the inactivity, with the eye. I just don't see how he can beat Bud at this point, and I just think Bud's going to show everybody. The one thing that really made me change my mind on Bud real quick, I've been watching all of his fights this week. I watched the Felix Diaz fight, and I remember Felix Diaz was an Olympian. He was pretty good, and Bud pretty much Mayweather Gotti Felix Diaz. It got ugly, man, and I haven't really seen none of the other guys really put on a Mayweather Gotti-esque performance with guys they should. Now, even though, Terence doesn't have the resume as the other guys on the PBC side, when he do get those guys in the ring, he puts on, definite, defining performances, and he clearly separates himself from the people he's in the ring with. And with all that being said, man, I love Shawn. I love his dad. I love what they represent. All that. But, man, unfortunately, man, I think he might get stopped for the first time this weekend, man. And I agree, man. I would favor Bud fighting Canelo. Some type of catch weight they could agree to. I don't think he would get killed. I don't think he would die in there. I think he, got the skills to hold his own. The weight is going to be key, whatever they agree to. But, yeah, man, if Errol could do it, I don't see why Bud can't, man. But yeah, man, that's my call, man. I can't wait till Saturday.
Let's go, champ.
I wanted to piggyback a little bit. I agree with Jay Will on the point where he said the timing and, basically Crawford with that timing and that accuracy, that's one of my second options. I could see this being, like I said, Crawford could get Porter out of there, especially with the timing and him being a switch hitter and the precision that Crawford has.
And I wanted to say shout out to Jay Will, he a real one, because when Ness asked me what was the fight, the Bud Crawford fight that made the eye test fight that let you know that he was a different level, it was that Felix Diaz fight, because he just, it was just, regardless of the opponent, it was what he was doing against the kind of opponent he was supposed to do that. It was just like, yeah, this kid could really hurt somebody if he wanted to. Shout out to Jay Will, man. And again, he holding it down for Ohio, but he using his boxing mind first, man. That's what it's about.
Yeah, man. Bud definitely showed levels in that Diaz fight, because Diaz gave a very, very good fight to Lamont Peterson, a fight before that where many thought he beat Peterson. I got Hawk, Maryland. What up?
Yeah,
Hawk.
what up, Ness?
Yeah.
Mike, you got Doomy and King I'm Lean. What's up, peeps?
What up, though?
Hawk, what up, champ?
Ain't too much. Hey, fight weekend, and I'm buying the fight. I've already ordered that joint. But big the Godfather came storming through today, man. Made my day. The Godfather said he wants to order or make happen Shakur Stevenson versus Teofimo Lopez next. And he's gonna go sit down with Shakur and talk to him. He wants that next. I was like, whoa, okay.
He lying.
So yeah, that was some fire to hear today. The Crawford though, Porter. I wouldn't be surprised if Porter knocks Crawford down this fight early. And but the only thing I have with Porter and Crawford is that I don't think nobody ever even mentions it. That Crawford is like the best body puncher out there. I don't see Porter. I think Porter would do good early, maybe surprise him, but once they get going, Crawford's balance is too good. His thinking under pressure is really good, and he doesn't let guys bully him. Crawford has more dog in him than I think Porter going to show, and I believe the fight will go about to this between the seventh and the ninth round. If it gets past the early round, I got Crawford actually stopping him with body shots. I have no doubt that he's going to stop him with body shots because Crawford is really good at punching to the body. Really, really good at it. Nobody ever talks about it, but he's really sharp with the way he angles his wrist when he throws that shot. It's something amazing to see. But yeah, I got that. But and that's Dog Bay was at the camp. He was in the camp with Porter.
Okay, I ain't see him, but that's good to know. Cause we want him to get that win. He gonna be in a parlay this week for sure. I just gonna wait. I'm gonna do my normal thing. I'm gonna wait for the weigh-ins. I gotta make my bet after the weigh-ins. See things right. And make sure, man. I can't lose. Can't lose. We gotta win. Who we got? Up next.
Who's next?
North Carolina.
Who's next?
This looks like a new number. Who is it?
¿Quién eres tú?
North Carolina, who's this?
Hello?
252.
Hello?
What up?
Cheers.
Hello?
Yes, sir. Who's this?
Can y'all hear me?
We do.
Yo, this Jaime Hernandez. First time caller.
Jaime, what
First
up?
time caller, so I'm going to say what I got to say on my chest, baby.
Dale.
First off, Brandon Lands, you soft. Second off, best dad ever, you on my ticker. Third off, Shawn Porter is going to grind Bud the fuck down. Mark my words, it's going to happen. And you heard it here tonight. Peace.
Yo, see, I don't even know that I could afford, because my kitty's so low. Can I afford a $10 bet on Porter right now, man? You know, like, because he's saying that. It's like, what if Porter does do it and you didn't bet that shit, bro?
Yeah, you're going to feel bad. Just like any other betting dude.
Because $10 on Porter wins you 50. That's not a bad bet, man. It's not a bad bet, $10 on Porter.
You're almost doubling, right? Or you doubling? Are you making it and getting your money back? All right.
You know what I'm saying? It's not bad. It's $50, yo. 52 and some change if you do 10. But, you know, that's only if you get that decision. Gado, what up?
Gado, step into the light.
Yo, you can hear me?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yo, what's up, man? I just called in to say, dog, I don't know, I'm just super excited, man. This is what happens. Everybody should be excited about this fight. This is what happens when the best fight the best. No matter what happens, man, on Saturday, it's going to be big for boxing. If Terence go out there and he dog Shawn, it's gonna be like, oh shit, Terence Crawford just dog Shawn Porter. If they go out there and it's a tough fight, then it's just that, a tough, great fight that everybody wants to see in the first place. He was able to push him. If Shawn go out there, you know it's kind of the crazy excitement is gonna be. Even if they tie, I feel like there's gonna be crazy excitement around the second fight. So I don't know, I'm just really excited about the fight. I'm rooting for Shawn just because I want to see Shawn get like get an elite win, but it's kind of tough for me because I feel like even though we know that Crawford ain't never been in there with nobody like Shawn before, I feel like Shawn ain't never been in there with somebody who's like, don't say, nah, I don't have to fight this rugged fight that you want to fight. I do think that Terrence has some of that ability, you know what I'm saying, to box him and keep him on the outside and not let him get started. But I would love to see him bang it out, but I don't know, it's just an exciting fight. I would love for Shawn to win, but I understand the man he's up in there against. But I will say this, as far as him getting stopped, it sounded real familiar, and I'm an Earl fan. It sounded real familiar when everybody was talking about Earl gonna do this, gonna do that gonna do this to Porter, he gonna do that to Porter, and then everybody came in here the next day like, damn, Porter showed me something I've never seen before. So, you know, I didn't pick Porter to get stopped in, but you know, a lot of people did.
But he went through that Earl tough fight. He been through that Keith tough fight. You know, that Berto tough fight. Like, could Saturday be the time where he just got the miles on him now? His miles. And he do get stopped this time because he's been in so many tough fights and he's had so many tough camps.
Yeah, but I mean, it's kind of like you kind of expecting him to, I don't know, it's kind of like, all right, well, kind of expecting him to show you something that he's never shown before. You know what I'm saying? It's like you betting on something that you've never seen, that you've never experienced. I'm not saying that he can't knock him out. I'm just saying it's I think it's unlikely. I think it's unlikely.
I hear you. You know what though? I mean, that does sound more realistic than does this fight go to decision? You know, is Crawford winning by decision? It is, man.
You know what I just thought too. You know, I know it comes up a lot on the Boxing Voice, but Keith Thurman definitely has to get more respect because I'm just thinking back on all the Keith Thurman fights. Man, Thurman is really one of them fighters too who was so exciting. The quickness was there, the power was there. I would have liked to seen. I know this is neither here or there now, but I'm just saying, man, Thurman versus Crawford. I felt like that would have been.
Well, that's what Crawford want next. He don't care that.
Oh,
Thurman
I didn't know
out.
that he said that.
I mean, that's what his fans saying. You know, Stonebone knows him very well, and that's what he's saying. So I believe Stonebone. It's like I was telling CYP. It's like, how you gonna not believe the brother, man? Jamel saying Jamal got an offer and ain't take it. And that's how much I believe in Stonebone. He's in that camp. If he says Thurman, my thing is Thurman been out. It don't sound sexy to me to fight Thurman off a 2-3 years layoff, man.
Because the inactivity. Yeah, I wish it was.
Because then I got the excuse to make up for because Thurman's one of my favorites. So I'm like, man, he beat him because of the time off. He picked him at the right time. Like, they do it to Canelo. Why won't they do it to Crawford? But I'm going to go to the next caller. We got Info Joe. What up?
You're not entertained.
Let's go.
Smoke with you. Come on. Info Joe is a beast. Checkbox red. Undefeated punchlines. Better place your bet. The number one call. Fought my way up the ranks. Border wars fighter going hard in the pain. Boxing scene writers call me spectacular.
Yo, what up, fam?
What up? Where you been at, man? You been at MIA, you working, huh?
Yeah, man, working, my brother. What up, Doomsday? What up, King Amin? What up, Queen Micah K in the building?
Info.
Everything all good? Yeah, shout out to the community, everybody in the chat. TBV is where it's at. Shout out to the boxing gods. Hey, man, I'm hyped. Hey. I'm excited, man. The boxing guy, and I'm gonna say this over and over, man. weekend after weekend after weekend after weekend, they've been giving it to us, man. And I salute the boxing gods for that, man. None of these janky promoters, they just happen to put the puzzles in the right pieces for right now. But I'm hyped. First things first, man. Shout out to Coach Mitty, UK's finest, man. He fighting on the 20th. That's this week. Hey, if you're listening, brother, I want to say good luck to you, man. You got this. Victory is yours. He's a part of the community. Anybody out there support Coach Mitty? And shout out to Martin So Icy Sims. Got a fight December 4th. Shout out to Minneapolis. Martin So Icy, man. Victory is yours. 2 champ. These are 2 fighters that are part of the TBV community, man. They deserve our support, and they can fight their ass off, man. So I hope y'all win y'all fights, man. And that's on that. Put me down for Andrade, man. Put me down for Bud by decision. I don't see Crawford knocking out Bud. I see Crawford maybe knocking him down a couple of times, but I don't see a knockout. I was at the Porter Spence fight, and when Spence knocked Porter down, Porter got back up and fought his ass off, man. The dude is rugged. He durable. Hey, man, he's the dog, man. Real blue-collar boxer of this generation, man, that's going to never gets tired. So the style matchup is going to be an entertaining fight, man. Shout out to Porter. Shout out to Crawford. I'm just excited for the fight. But I do see Crawford outclassing him. Crawford has a higher IQ than a lot. I think he is one of the pound-for-pound fighters. But if he were to knock Porter out, man, that's a feather in his hat. He will be my number 1 welterweight in the division, even without all the other belts, in my opinion. Because ain't nobody. Keith done hitting with some shit. Earl done hitting with some shit. You guys done hitting with some shit. Kale done hitting with some shit. And the dude is durable, man. But I do see Crawford winning the fight. Far as Canelo, man, I've been hearing all the going back. I'm not even a big Canelo fan, but I respect him. I ain't mad at what he's doing right now. LV Slugger, man, put it all in perspective for me, man. When he says that this dude done fought 4 times this year and became undisputed. We wish all the rest of the fighters would at least fight twice in a year. Most of them only fight once a year, man. So I'm gonna say shout out to Canelo. Normally in the boxing game, man, it's hard fight, easy fight. Hard fight, easy fight. Ain't nobody going in there fighting hard fight after hard fight. I would like to see him fight Canelo, fight Benavidez and Charlo. But even after he go beat this dude, I believe he gonna beat this cruiserweight. And if he goes and he fights Charlo and Benavidez, the dude can sell off in the sunset for him. I'm concerned. He done did his job. He's a Hall of Famer. Man, props to Canelo though. That's all I got, y'all. Shout out to all the Border Wars fighters. December 11th. All the Border Wars fighters, make sure y'all tune in. We're gonna be live. Shout out to the boxing guys for that, and TBV for putting on this show, man. Y'all make sure y'all support. That's all I got, champs. Peace.
Peace out, Info Joe. Let's go.
Yo, I hope Porter gives us that Paula Malignaggi fight, man. Remember when Porter fought Malignaggi?
The shit out of poor Paulie. God.
That was many moons ago, champ.
Beat the shit out of him. Yo, his
Called him.
working then. His fucking jab was where his double jab, his aggressive ass jab. Oh man, Paulie didn't know where to go.
Paulie got hit with so many shots, he started saying Porter was on PDs, yo. Swear to God. Swear to God. That shit was crazy. Ken and them ran down on Paulie and Cali. Like, yo, word is born, you ever. Like, yo, that shit got crazy.
If Crawford knock out Porter, oh my God, Bud fans is gonna be like,
no, it's over.
It's over Sunday. Like for y'all, like that's about to be in there.
Mm-hmm.
If Crawford get the knockout, I'm gonna act like an ostrich. I'm putting my head in the dirt. I'm out. Yo, it's over, bro. He get the knockout, my guy. You gonna hear people that ain't called in 20 years. I told you he was the greatest. Like, yo, bro, where you been at? I've been right here. I've been right here listening to your bullshit. Like, all right, man, my bad.
Hey, you know what's crazy? Shawn Porter had to make me a believer. I was at Porter Ugas. I was at Porter Garcia, and I was at Porter Thurman. And all them times, I was just like, "Yo, this dude, like, I don't like the way he fight, but he's in the fight. You know what I'm saying? Like, he make people, he put you under pressure. You know what I'm saying? So I had to gain respect.
He shocked me too.
Yeah, man, and definitely people got to look back at that Ugas Porter fight because that was a quote unquote ugly fight.
No, they say he lost. I don't know that he lost that fight.
But that was a controversial fight because look where both fighters are at too. You know what I mean? So when people look at that and say, "Oh, that was an ugly fight" or whatever it was, they got to look at it and say Porter's come a long way. He's fought a lot of guys. It's not just when you talk about being in there with Spence. You got to remember he fought Ugas as well, man.
Yeah, man. Ugas is big, man. We got Facts 100. Martinez versus Arroyo will be a banger. Who you got, Ness? Martinez! You tripping with going with Arroyo. Whatever. Let's see it. I'm going to have to watch that now.
Oh, Martinez is the guy that had come out of the pen.
Nah.
And he was. Is that the? It's not. That's not him. Okay, cool. That was Martinez. All right.
Nah, you might be talking about Romero. You have to Google that. But we got boxing expert that says breaking news. La Chala. Changchul. Go ahead, do your Spanish thing.
Yeah, it's crazy because I'm waiting for this. All right, there it goes. My computer was lagging, but I was updating it. Boxing expert says breaking news. La Charla Chancluda was viewed at Houston's jewelry buying some bling bling with all the American H-Town native Dimitri Bivol. Okay. Chancluda, I'm saying I'm gonna say that he called him Chancluda because he was wearing some sandals. He was at Houston's jewelry buying some bling bling. All right, bro's getting icy with the all-American H-Town native Dimitri Bivol. Dimitri lives in H-Town? He's out. That's where he trains?
I didn't know Bivol and them was together. That'd be crazy.
Yeah.
I had no clue.
Yeah, and Bivol's not even like he's with Dazn and Charlo is with like PBC. But hey, AJ was just with Charlo, He probably made some new friends. You know what it is. We going out to Julio Plelayo. What up?
Cheer. Step into the light.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Mr. PBC. I'm gonna do his bet. Like the 6, 7, 8, skip the 9, go 10, 11, and then go on decision with Porter on this one.
I hear you. Man. You guys got me wanting to bet on Crawford by rounds. Yo, one of PBC bets wins him like $600 if Crawford gets the knockout in one of those rounds. I'm like, damn.
That's what I'm going for. It's going to be a good fight. I don't care what anybody says. It's going to be an amazing fight. I'm out, guys. Have a nice one.
All right, brother. Thank you for rocking out with us. LV Schlager. What up?
Only time y'all see me in Rays is when I turn into the Bronze Mama.
I want a body, and he gonna be the body.
The ambulance better be ready. The medical better be ready. The referee better be ready. They better have that towel to be able to throw it in.
SDS Promotions.
Was he right?
LV Slugger.
To this day.
TBV, what's up to everybody on the panel?
What up?
What up, man? Yeah, I'm looking forward to this weekend, man. It's finally here. This definitely could be fight of the year, man. This a good one right here. I definitely got Bud pulling it out. I think this is a top 3 welterweight, bout. Especially with Porter getting that win over Ugas, and Ugas doing what he was able to do to Pacquiao. So I definitely think this is a top 3 welterweight bout, man. So I'm definitely looking forward to it. I do think Bud gonna pull it out, but I'm not sure he gonna get the stoppage, man. We all know the dog Porter is. So I mean, it's hard. It's gonna be hard to see, man. I'm definitely gonna put some money on it. I think it's like at a +6 right now, at 10 through 12. I'm gonna probably put about 50 on it. But I do think Bud gonna win UD and probably score about two knockdowns, man. I see about 2 knockdowns and Bud winning in an impressive fashion, man. So yeah, I'm just looking forward to this weekend, man. But on the Canelo tip, man, like I said before in the earlier show, man, with seeing the moves he making, especially with this news, like I said before, I'm not knocking what he doing because, like you say, he just undisputed in less than a year. Can't really downplay get mad at his next move, but just seeing the moves he making and WBC, they always backing the moves he make. That Bridgerweight division, man. I'm telling y'all right now, that Bridgerweight division was made for Canelo. Strictly, that Bridgerweight division was strictly made for Canelo. And after that, I wouldn't be surprised he eventually, get up there to that Bridgerweight. You know what I'm saying? There's no other sanctioning body has that division on there. You can't win no belt and no other sanctioning body in that division. So I just feel like it's made for him. And, there's a lot of people cracking jokes, about Wilder, Canelo coming up there. He going up there.
Cut it. I mean, I don't know that it was made for him. I think if they was made it for him, it would have been more transparent, like the franchise was made for him. It was literally made for him to do his thing, and then they made another one for Vasil. So, but I'm with you. I do want to see him at Bridgerweight. I think that Rivas is a cherry for Canelo.
Hey, we've been beating that drum, you know what I'm saying? And I've been definitely producing that thing. I'm trying to put that in the air. LV, congratulations, brother. You want to help us put that into the air, because eventually an Oscar Rivas fight is going to be waiting up there. And I don't particularly enjoy it, but I'm saying if you're going to do it, that's the level I want to see you do it at. I want to see you fight a name like Oscar Rivas, you know what I mean? If you're going to jump up like that. That's me personally.
Me too. I got Ronald in Indiana. What up?
Yo, what's going on, man?
What up?
Man, not much tuning in to the show, listening y'all do y'all thing. Man, I'm as far as the Porter and Crawford, I'm gonna go with Porter for the upset, man. I think like when you look at his career and the wins that he got, like a lot of the people that he beat was majority every time he fought somebody that moved up into the welterweight division, he won. You know what I'm saying? He fought Malignaggi, Broner, Danny Garcia, and I mean Terence Crawford. He better than all of them, but I just think like with the physical prowess that he coming with that relentlessness. I'm gonna pick him for the upset for this one. You know what I'm saying? So just give my little take on it. As far as Canelo, I guess we just got to sit back and see what happens, man. Like, I would have rather them seen him fight Benavidez or fight Charlo or something, but, I guess we just going to have to sit back and wait on that. But shout out to y'all for doing y'all thing, bro.
All right.
Let's go, Champ. Thanks for tuning in with us, Champ.
My Gene Bed, Boomerang.
Boomy.
Yo. Just want to give my picks real quick. Give me Doodoo. Give me.
Excuse me. Who's that? Who was that?
Doodoo. Isn't that his name?
I've got you down.
Doodoo
Andrade.
Let's go, Champ.
Give me Shawn and give me Pitufo. Those are my picks for the weekend. Shout out to Crawford for conceding the number 1 pound for pound position to Canelo. I don't know if y'all saw that yet, but it's all over Twitter already. And then, yeah, man, shout out to the best pay-per-view card for 2022. Already out, and it's only going to be $39.99. Shout out to PBC.
That's right.
All right, that's my call.
I like your change of heart, man. You know what I'm saying? That good karma might come back to you now, and Rigo might end up getting a fight out in these streets, man.
Oh, look at this guy.
You know, for those that don't know, he's talking about the big heavyweight extravaganza between Luis Ortiz, the Cuban sensation, in the
Nice.
top 10 heavyweight division, taking on Charles Martin, former IBF world champion. You
Ness,
know?
quick question for you. Is this supposed to be like some big heavyweight card, like a lot of heavyweight
Yeah,
fights?
yeah. Five heavyweight stackies.
When was the last time we had something like this? Because I don't remember. Like
Heavyweight
this-
stack. The last time we had a heavyweight stack like this, it was for Wilder Fury 3.
Fight.
The Wilder Fury 3 fight?
Wilder Fury 3 fight.
Yeah.
Okay. And it was
Jared Anderson, Helenius Kawanaki.
okay. It's coming back to me. And was it 4 fights, 5 fights? Because this fight is, I like
And F.A. Jabba.
Jabba.
Stacked. Pretty stacked.
I like this, man. I mean, you don't get this too often, and we got it twice within like 3
For
months.
$39, which is 50% off the normal pay-per-view price.
Yo, I think that we want these sensational, like, number one versus number one fights that sometimes we forget the quality that we can get with these other fighters that have competed at those levels, man. Like Luis Ortiz and Charles Martin, yeah, they've been at the losing end of AJ Wilder, but like these guys have stepped up when nobody really wanted to step up. I mean, you could probably talk your ish about Charles, in that time when he stepped up with AJ. There was a lot to be said then, but he's changed and evolved. And you got Washington on the same card too, right? It's crazy, like the way they stacked that card. Like, I think it's gonna be a great night.
It's definitely gonna be a great night. It's just haters ain't gonna show up. And first of all, look, I'm in my 40s. I'm not going to no club to watch no ball drop, to champagne toast with nobody. I do that toasting right here, and I'm gonna do that with a J and a glass of motherfucking Moscato watching boxing, the heavyweight division. That is a gift they have given me. I have never been able to watch boxing on fucking New Year's Eve or New Year's Day. Get out of here. These fight fans ain't real fight fans. They don't need to be here. I'm telling you.
Look, let me ask you: is that the same fight card that the rematch of Rice Coffee too? Is that on that one too?
Absolutely.
Yeah, come on, man. Y'all got to be kidding me. Who don't know that
Yo,
this
my
is a gift from the boxing guy?
My Jimbe is calling this shit trash.
Nah,
yeah. He literally said he ain't paying for this. We gotta make a stand. I'm like, wait. We've been on this community. I don't know about nowhere else, but right here, we've been begging.
He became a politico for this one, huh?
We've been begging for a lower price pay-per-view. Bud and Porter gave us $10 off. Nobody was happy about that. Nobody was happy. They give you 50% off. This shit is $39. My man complaining.
You know what's sad, Chin? That we got
5 fights.
Like car salesmen selling this shit.
5 fights. 5 fights.
I can tell y'all it's half off. Like, yo, it's a great fight, and we're not paying that
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. They acting like Martin versus Luis Ortiz ain't a good fight in his own. Oh, that card ain't worth $30. Fuck Martin and Ortiz. Fuck that Ortiz only lost once in his life. You guys are just casuals, man. And you're showing it. You're showing it, bro. Showing it.
This is a night full of KOs for me. KOs for life on this card. These are heavyweights. That's the fun part about watching the heavyweights, right? You get some devastating, crazy knockouts. Like, I don't know.
So we are talking heavyweights. Don't we got some heavyweight news to discuss in the pre-pro? Triller has a heavyweight card too, right?
Pre-pro says. Oh, real quick too, man.
Yes, beautiful fight. Cassius Chaney, shout out to one of our own. He came to Border Wars 10. Cassius Chaney, undefeated, 20-0 heavyweight, trained by Stephen Edwards, a.k.a. Breadman.
Big shout out.
He's going to be taking on the Dominican heavyweight. They finally let him off the leash, and I don't mean that in a good way. Let's see what happens. I'm picking Chaney right now for sure. I mean, I just think George Aries is just too small, But he's got this Joe Frazier.
Aries the little mini Mike?
The Dominic? Yeah, he got the Joe Frazier, Mike Tyson style. So it's going to be
Wow.
interesting to see what Cassius Chaney does with that. And,
Cassius,
it's not official. This is a Michael Coppinger sources. He's
Okay.
saying Cassius Chaney versus George Aries will headline a Triller heavyweight show December 2nd at the Hammerstein Ballroom in New York City, live on Fight TV. Proposed co-main event between Michael Hunter and Mark Diamorti, awaiting approval from New York. So it looks like they might be setting up Chaney Hunter.
Between the winners, I guess they'll pin them.
2 undefeated heavyweights, and yes, I know that Hunter has a loss at cruiserweight. That's why I called them an undefeated heavyweight. See how I did that? See how I did that?
Yeah. Walk with me.
2 undefeated heavyweights. Alejandro Vega, trying you one more time. Alejandro Vega.
Street Fighter. Vega.
I just seen you jump on. So I didn't know if, I don't know. Okay, we're going out to Steve in Chicago. Steve in Chicago.
My town up in K-Town.
Hey, Daddy, this a Dolla beat.
I drink soda, I eat pizza, I hang out with chicks all day. These fighters still can't beat me. They fighting every day, they in the gym every day. Just give me 6 weeks, and I got it.
BoxingVoice.com.
Steve, step into the light.
Yeah, you got me. I was going to talk about something else. You got me thinking, I remember last year on New Year's, I was chatting with Trey Miller on that back channel, and I was pissed that ESPN Plus didn't pick up that fight in Japan. I couldn't tell you who it was, but you know how in Japan, New Year's Eve, they always have like a big fight. And I would support. I like supporting the Cuban fighters, so I'll probably get it. You said it's New Year's Eve, right?
January 1st, New Year's Day. So I mean, you're gonna watch
New Year's Day. Okay. Yeah. So I know, like I was begging to watch, but like what you were saying, like I was begging to watch some boxing on New Year's, and they always throw a big event every New Year's Eve, and in Japan, it was some champion over there, smaller weight. I can't remember now. But anyways, hey, man, as far as this fight with we got to play that sound bite, Wishing on a Star, for these Bud fans talking about a knockout. What are these guys talking about, man? Yeah. What are these guys? Dude, first off, who's bigger and stronger, Spence or Bud? Answer that question to yourself.
I mean, I'm gonna say Spence, right? Because he's a little bit bigger
Dude,
or whatnot.
Spence should be not fighting. Spence should be fighting at 154. He's squeezing down to get that weight. Where Crawford, he just got up. No, man, there ain't gonna be he's skilled. Look, I'm not gonna shit on Crawford. He's skillful, but I put my money on. I got my money on Porter. I'll tell you that.
You know how strong he is.
All right. Well, Steve, man, thanks for calling in. I know Jonathan Sims. I know the way that I said it makes it sound like they're 2 undefeated fighters in general. I know. But they're still 2 undefeated heavyweights. Don't be mad. And then that makes you do the research. When you find out Hunter has a loss, you learn that he has a loss to the only unified cruiserweight, undisputed cruiserweight, and then beat AJ moving up the heavyweight. So, Hunter's loss looking real good right now.
That's nothing, man. I mean, look, you lost to a great fighter, and I don't remember how close that was with Usyk either. It probably was
Yeah, I would
close.
have to rewatch it, but I don't think it was separate like that. I think it was close. Or Leave It to Hunter with all the interviews we've done made me believe that. I got Davidian, what up?
Davidian, step into the light.
What's good? What's good, Ness? What's good, Doomy? Micah. Yeah, I'm excited. I'm excited. I've been saying, even in the back chat with the brothers, I've been saying that I feel like this is gonna be like fight of the year. So, I can't wait. I like this both of the styles. I'm a big fan of Shawn too. I don't know. I like him because he's a good dude, and so is Crawford. But it's gonna be a good fight. It's gonna be very interesting. Um, you know, all the Bud fans, they saying stoppage. I know Stone Bone and them been saying it, but hey, he been around them, so the dude is really good though. I'm just happy this fight is happening finally. So uh, you know, although I wouldn't mind seeing Shawn win, but I got Bud. It's gonna be a good fight regardless. I can't wait. I'll be watching it with some friends, so it's picking up steam. I've been seeing when I was at the gym earlier. I was seeing it on ESPN when I was exercising earlier. So I can't wait. So yeah. Other than that, I got Andrade. I got my boy Andrade. And who else?
Is he stopping Quiggly Wiggly?
I think so. He better stop Piggly Wiggly. Nah, I think he can. I think for sure he can. And Canelo, although I don't really care for that fight. I mean, I'm gonna watch it because he's a bad dude. I can't really say nothing about Canelo. So, but other than that, God bless y'all. Thank y'all.
Bless.
God bless you too.
Big up.
Shout out to Davidian in Buffalo Falls, my guy.
Cheers.
We got Paco. Just listening. All right. I think Paco's a truck driver too. Shout out to my truck driver, Stainless. We went to you, Stone Bone. What up?
Stone Bone.
Stone Bone. Oh shit. Oh, there he goes. Oh, you're muted.
Cricket time.
What up? What up? What up?
What up?
Oh man, just sitting here, man, waiting to go hop on this flight, man.
Oh, you going to Vegas?
Yes, sir.
Yo, thanks again for another great show.
Yeah, it's an hour.
And push that thumbs up.
Oh, so Stainless just jumped in. He must ain't hear you talking. Go ahead.
Vamos,
good.
campeón.
Oh yeah, just a little hour and some change flight, so I'll be there like midnight. So, but yeah, man, I'm expecting a great fight. I'm expecting a knockout. Like I said, I'm predicting 10-round stoppage. You're about to watch the best fighter in the world put on display against the best challenger in the world. Like Shawn Porter is the best challenger in boxing, pretty much. He comes up and give you a great fight. If this was basketball, he'll be one of them scrappy teams that always push the champ, to some games, but they always come up short. Shawn Porter is the Buffalo Bills, He done lost his 3 championships fight. This will be his 4th one. So he the Buffalo Bills. They lost 4 Super Bowls. So after this, we can call Shawn Porter the Buffalo Bills. So congratulations. I hope everybody dressed in all black Saturday night and get ready for this funeral. And we're going to tear down the city. And hopefully everybody from Omaha be safe. Please don't shoot nobody because you niggas always shooting people when we go out of town. So let's not do that this week. Let's go have a great weekend and tearing up Vegas. And let's watch the best fighter in the world knock Shawn Porter out in 9 or 10. Even Eddie Hearn said probably round 9 he'll stop him. So everybody who's somebody in boxing picking a stoppage. So Ness, come on and join on. You one of the people that know something in boxing. You can feel it in your bones. You just got love for Kenny and you don't want to say it publicly, but you know it's about to happen. I'll catch y'all tomorrow.
So you know what everybody says.
I'm confused, honestly. Like, Bud is plus money for the stoppage. You know, I need a win. I would love to throw 50 on Bud right now and turn that into like a lot. But the bookies is usually right. When we was looking at the bookies and I was swearing Canelo was gonna go to decision, they were saying Canelo gonna get the stoppage. I'm like, nah. But they knew. And so did Ja. Just like right now. The overwhelming favorite is nah, he not getting the stoppage. The consensus of the callers is nah, Earl is bigger. So, Saturday night is gonna be, LV Slugger, unfortunately that line didn't work out with Wilder, but all questions will be answered on Saturday. That is gonna be true. That statement will be true for a lot of fights. Because a lot of dudes have a lot of questions. And on Saturday, they will all be answered because I've had many questions for Bud. And Porter is the only dude I want asking him questions. I don't want Keith Thurman off a 2-year layoff asking him questions. I don't want Earl Spence off a car accident and a year layoff and a detached retina surgery asking him questions. It's not what I want. I don't want Danny after losing to every welterweight to ask them questions. It's Porter I want. That's who I want. But
well said. I completely agree with you on that, Ness. I feel like that's we gonna get the answers come Saturday night who truly Bud is. And like Bud said, I don't know if everybody heard that he said basically Porter is in a win-win situation. I'm in a win-lose situation. So for me, basically Bud was letting everybody know too. Listen, if Porter come out do good, everybody's gonna say, oh, that's Porter. He the dog. He do this and that. But I gotta come out and I'm paraphrasing. Of course, he didn't say it like me, but I got to come out and, dominate. Or like how Bud fans are saying, he got to come and get that stoppage. But all questions will definitely be answered come Saturday night, especially with that welterweight. That's when things going to get spicy. It'll shake up depending on what Bud do.
Mad Bent 100, Kansas City.
Can you hear me?
Yep.
Mad Ben.
All right. I'm going with Cali Reese Buzzard, Kamara. I'm going with Boo Boo, but he ain't stopping nobody. He don't do that. I'm going with Shawn Porter. Yes, he came up short 3 times. So this time, he's going to do the Kiko Martinez to Bud. Bud is almost 40. So
He going to do the
we're going to take
Kiko
that into account.
Martinez. Y'all confusing me. This is what I'm saying. This is why I hate betting. How you gonna say he gonna Kiko Martinez Bud, man? You giving the underdog all the hype right now.
We seen Bud Hurt from the chiniest, smallest guy ever.
But that was
we
mad
seen Bud
years
Hurt
ago. But that was I'm gonna stop your clock because I don't want to take your time. But listen, that was a lot of years ago. Canelo got hurt by Cotto's little brother.
Yeah. That was years ago, and then we saw him get dropped from Velasquez. we seen him get shook up from 1 foot Benavidez. Mad years ago. We give him credit for beating a dead man in Kell Brook, and everybody's like, Kell Brook was good. No, he was done. He was dead. Shawn Porter gonna expose Bud, just like Kiko exposed Gallahan, because we know he was garbage. Just like Bumgarner exposed that other chick, because we know she was garbage. Yeah, Harper. Because she was supposed to lose against Jonas.
But you trying to say Bud is garbage? You wilding right now.
No. I'm saying Bud never fought this level of competition, and he doesn't get exposed. Those questions, right? Those are the questions. When you go to the top level, what he's going to do? I'm saying he's going to expose. He took too long. He got old.
He got
Just
old.
saying. He's like almost 40. He's like 35, 36.
Nah, he's 34, I think.
Close. All right, that's my call.
All right. Y'all terrible, man. All right. I think that is my Gene bet. Did we go to you 2 times? All right, that means Mr. PBC 2 times.
Yeah, boy. Yeah, man, it's gonna be a crazy fight tomorrow. This is what you call the best fighting the best. To anybody who wants to know, that's what it is. But I definitely, if I sent you the other ones, I sent you Ness for the hedge for Porter. I'm telling you, go for Bud rounds, go for Porter decision, because Bud decision is robbery. If it goes decision for Bud, I'll be pissed. But
It might go decision, man. People thought Earl was gonna stop Porter, man.
no, I ain't believing you because you had Gabe stopping Muhammad Mungi, and I put money on that.
You lying? I
And,
never said he was stop behind me. You
I mean,
wilding right now.
you had him beaten
I
behind you by
never said
decision,
that.
whatever.
I never said that. So it was riding with Gabe, man. Never said that.
Whatever here, whatever, man.
Yeah.
But anyways, at the end of the day, man, I'm telling you, Ness, if you want to win, look, I got the info from Stonebone, the rounds. I didn't put it on 9, but he said 9 today. I'm gonna have to do that tonight. But
He
that's
said
my
10
call, man.
today.
No, he said 9.
He said 10.
He said 9 and 10.
Nah, he said 10.
I'll bet you $20 he said 9.
I don't know if he said 9. I heard him say 10. That's why I went to check it, and it paid $1,600, $10.
I can't listen to you, man. You ain't winning out here. I gotta listen to people who winning.
Oh, I
But
ain't
yeah, that's my
winning.
call,
Get
man.
your ass out here. Listen, I just ain't jumping out the window, man. I ain't jumping out the window, but all right. That is everybody. Nest GTO. Paco, I seen you unmute. You available? You got to unmute again though, because I had to mute you because you unmuted while someone else was
Man,
calling.
yeah. I'm here, man. I was fucking up. What's going on, man?
What up? What up? What up?
Hey, man. So I got Bud knocking out Porter
Damn.
for sure, and we got Boo Boo knocking out the other dude,
Jason Quigley Wiggly.
whatever the fuck his name is, like Carnitas, pork and shit, whatever that is. And then we got Ray Martinez beating the guy's ass, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, terrible carnitas.
Yeah, like whatever the fuck that shit is. Hey, but you know what, man? Like, I listen to you guys all day, every day, man. Like, I'm here, like, I support you guys, TV for life and shit. Like, you know, everyone on the fucking panel, salute and shit. And I just want to say thank you for everything you guys do to the boxing community. All right,
appreciate
you. Out, y'all.
Appreciate you, champ. Bless up. Who's that losing the lung right now? Is that my bro?
No, that's him.
That's Paco.
Like the weed.
Hey, yo, Paco got the fueguito over there.
Hell yeah, Paco got that fire over
Bro,
there.
address. We selling something. That's out here, man. We doing things.
All right. Well, that is the last caller. Nest GTO.
We're not gonna call him Jason Quigley no more. We're gonna call him Jason Pernil.
Hey yo, got too much.
Oh, that background noise is Alejandro. What up, Alejandro? I thought that was Paco.
Nah.
Sorry, man. That was the phone that I switched over. Sorry.
No, it's Alejandro.
Pernil. I need some pernil for November, man.
Alejandro, you talking or you not?
Can you hear me?
I hear you.
Okay. Yeah, man, I'm real excited for the Bud versus Porter. I mean, that's a big fight. It kind of stinks that I feel like it's not really getting the buzz. I mean, we've been talking Canelo, I feel like, all day. But, I mean, I think it's going to be a real interesting fight. I just wonder what's going to be his game plan. Because, I feel like Bud really is the ultimate adjuster. So it's like, what can Porter do to try to win at least 7 rounds on 3 scorecards? And, like I said, Bud can adjust. And I know everyone's saying, Porter ain't going to get knocked out. But, I mean, this man's hot right now. But, I mean, and that shot that Bud hit, Brooke with, I mean, how he adjusted it was like Triple G-like. So I'm real interested in that. And, man, it just kind of stinks that Andre keeps fighting on Fridays, man. It's like, we wanted to see him in big matchups, but, I mean, being on a Friday night, I know his last fight was down here in Hollywood, Florida, and there was no tickets, man. It was a closed door, and I was really trying to go to it, man. So hopefully he could look good, and maybe we'll see him in a big fight at 160 soon. That's all I got.
Absolutely. That's crazy. No tickets, champ? Wow. Was that during the time where it was still, I guess no... You do.
What?
Yeah, so that was Alejandro, and I got a super chat from Steve that's asking for us to play his new intro from the intro machine that is Brandon in Houston. Wherever it is. Here we go.
Yeah, we ain't dick riding in this house.
SDS promotion.
If Wilder fights Usyk, they're gonna take Usyk out in a stretcher. Well, because they don't like the facts. What the hell did Billy Joe do? He wasn't the guy that everyone thought he was.
Oh, it's true. It's damn true.
We gotta stop capping for AJ, man. He ain't that dude.
Give me liberty or give me death.
It's true. He's the most patriotic dude ever.
I got a Ness before we go, because I know it's getting late. I got an intro too. Tell Brandon, how come y'all ain't playing mine? I want the Queen want her intro.
Yeah, he said he
Where
asked
Brandon
me.
at?
He asked me the other day, like, did you play her intro? I'm like, where? What
Ooh
intro?
wee. I want to be on y'all head. No, so next time we come on, on a Thursday, Ness. Make sure y'all got the clip. Brandon, where Brandon at? Ness and Brandon.
I'm trying to see if maybe I already added it here, but I don't see it, and I don't know that he sent it. I don't know.
Don't
I know
worry,
he
I'm
asked
gonna
me today,
remind you.
like, because he was at the gym. He's like,
He
yo, did
said
you play
fake
her intro?
news.
I'm like, no.
Oh,
No,
man.
I ain't play no intro because I don't even see it. Damn, James Benitez got an intro too. This is what I'm saying. Everybody got intro.
Nobody in the world can take a fight against me on a week and a half notice. I don't give a damn who you is. He don't want to fight me. I'll fight him the same night after I beat him. I'll fight him.
James Benitez. I don't see yours, Micah. PBC got a counter. What up?
Hey Ness, I got a quick question. So answer the question, please, after the call. I was reading, did Dillian White get rejected from the WBC? And if so, is Usyk trying to fight Tyson Fury, and can he get out of that to fight Tyson Fury? That's my call.
Yeah, Dillian White got rejected because obviously he's got a pending lawsuit with the WBC, so they're not gonna rule for you to have your mandatory when you suing to try and get your mandatory. So
Wow, I forgot about that. That's still been going on.
yeah, well he just put that lawsuit in not too long ago, but yeah, that don't help Usyk none. AJ still got to denounce his rematch, which he already said in theory he activated. He's searching for trainers now. If he's gonna get with someone, and let's say he's getting with an Eddie, because there's rumors that he had a secondary conversation with Eddie Reynoso now. So let's say he's getting with Eddie, and Eddie's like, "Yo, I'll take you, but I don't want you to fight Usyk. I want to train you. I want you to fight this person first. Then we gonna, you know." Then that's the only way I see it. But, according to AJ, he's taking his rematch, man. But, yeah, yo, we out. I'm starving. That's GTO, Instagram, and Twitter. Catch me on the next one. Peace.
Word is more. You already know, Alex _Doomsday _LAINZ on IG, TikTok. I'm out there, shuffle stepping and all that. Twitter, Alex Linus TBV. This is it. We got the fight. We're going to answer the questions, or shit, Crawford's going to answer the questions this weekend. And Canelo's daring to be great again, so can't wait for that. You already know, flagship show. Tuned in with Skip, King Amin, Micah the Queen. And you already know yours truly, the Dumatron. I'm out.
You already know what it is. Make sure you go to Afternoon Sports Slay. Help me get to listen. We almost close to 700. Help me get to that next step. I'm still trying to get to that 1,000. IG at MK Sports Slay. Twitter at MK Sports Slay. Ness and Brandon. Make sure I get my little intro next time I come in a week or two, whenever that is. I'm gonna be on your head. Appreciate y'all. All love from the Queen.
Last but not least, King Amin Investix One on Instagram, King Amin Investix One on YouTube for them championship rounds, and of course here on the most dangerous, the dopest, the illest, most oracle type, projectory podcast, oratory in the world. The
Keep
Boxing
rhyming,
Boys
champ.
TBV podcast. You know how I do. Yo, we out. Peace.
Yo, I just want to say before we go, let me see who left already. Okay, they all still here. This is because on the outro and in true Bud fashion, I want to go to Ohio Runs Boxing. He's got some killer content here for the Bud Porter. So let's see. Let's go to. All right. So, in his opinion, right, Ohio fighters, right, who took the undefeated Fighters O, Youngtowns, Ohio, Kelly Pavlik took Jermaine Taylor's O. Cleveland, Ohio's Willie Trey Nelson took Tony Harrison's O, which is true. I was there in Connecticut. Bumgarner just took Terry Harper's O. Columbus, Ohio, Buster Douglas took Mike Tyson's O. Youngstown, Ohio, Darnell Boom took Adonis Stevenson's O. Can Shawn Porter, who's from Akron, Ohio, take Crawford's O this Saturday? Let's find out. Now that's one meme, right? Look at he put all those fights, right? So here's the next one. Check this one out. I hope we don't get flagged.
Iggy.
Look at this. Remember this movie?
Hold on, it's not come up yet, I think.
It's Jason fighting on the roof. And he's like, this is the way Shawn Porter's going to be walking through Terence Crawford's punches. Yeah!
Oh, shit, remember this?
Have a good night, y'all. Have a good night. Don't say I don't make you laugh. Peace.